or they try to get me for copyrights. That's that Unido, that breathe. Y'all need to. When it hurts to breathe, I hope you breathe it in. It's a beautiful record, bro. Beautiful, beautiful record. I woke up weighing 4 pounds less. Told you yesterday was a shed. Like yesterday was a shed. Like yesterday was one of those times where, how do I say this? Yesterday was one of those times where I knew that I was getting ready to walk into warfare. You know what I'm saying? Like I was walking into warfare. I knew that the entities that were harming people and the entities over the generational curses were going to rear their ugly heads. I was prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was prepared for it. I was prepared to fight because with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm serious about this. When it hurts to breathe, I hope you breathe it in. Yeah, like I'm so serious about this. So honestly, you're so amazing. Thank you so much. Ashe, thank you for attending. Thank you for being a part of it. Like it was just one of those things, and I knew exactly what was gonna happen when I went to bed. I was up and down all night fighting because it wasn't done. Just because I got off the live. You know what I'm saying? Just because I got off the live doesn't mean my part of the work was done. It wasn't done. You know what I'm saying? Like there was mad fighting to be done. There were plenty of spirits trying to attack. And I laughed at them because I was just like, yo, yeah, I pretty much go live the same time every day, especially during this 52 days of ritual. You know, I knew it was coming. I was prepared for it. Like I was prepared for it. I wasn't scared. I wasn't worried. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't timid about it. I was ready. Yeah, I'll still be on by the time you get home. Like I was ready. I was ready to totally dump them in the void. And me and my spirit team was laughing. Like we were laughing because entities, I'm a new type of entity in this dimension myself. And so entities don't know who I am. And so they thought they were just going to run up in here and do whatever they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, who is he? Let's mess with him. Like, you about to find out what I'm capable of real quick, especially when I'm fighting for freedom for people's souls. There's no rule to how I fight when I'm fighting for the freedom of your soul. There's no rules. I go hard on it. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday was one of the heavier ones. Today is going to be a little bit lighter. It's going to be a little light. You know what I'm saying? Today is day 5 of the 52 days of ritual. And today's ritual is self-love. We're going to do a big self-love ritual. We're going to, in a sense, cast out all the energies of insecurities and feeling small and unworthy. Greetings. We're going to cast out. Said, how am I today? I'm tired, but I feel good. And I think that's what's most important. That's what's key. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love. Like, I know a lot of people were texting me because they were concerned. They're like, King, get you some rest. You need to rest. Oh, you want to take a day off? Nope, ain't no days off. If it kill me, I'm going to complete this 52 days of ritual. I'm not playing no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing no more. Like what I'm bringing to the table of consciousness in this world, I will stand out for. That's why I changed my platform. You know what I'm saying? I changed everything up on my platform and I've renamed it to Wild Wealthy Shaman. I want people to know that it's more than just about mantras for me. You know what I'm saying? I want people to understand it's more than about me writing, popping mantras. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree and spoil me. I want people to know that it's more than about that. And I want to switch my audience around to people who can actually use my help versus people who just want another popping mantra to listen to. You know what I'm saying? No, you didn't miss anything. We're just getting started. Like, that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a business. I'm not trying to give everything away for free and be sitting over here broke, but happy that I helped some people. To me, that's hustling backwards. Like, I want to build a multi-billion-dollar brand. And I'm going to do just that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do just that. I'm glad I switched too. Because I was getting frustrated. I was starting to think to myself, is it worth it even doing all of this, you know? But then I sat back and I looked at all of the beings that said that I helped them in any kind of way, that said I changed their life in any kind of way. And I thought that's what makes it worth it, because that's why I do it. That's what makes it worth it, because that's why I do it. I'm here to change lives. I'm here to help you with your mindset. I'm here to coach you through the darkest of times and help you increase your light. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of failure. I'm not scared of falling off, because to me it ain't about popularity. And this is my one thing that I'm thinking about a lot lately, or that I have been thinking about a lot lately. If my bank account don't look like my follower account, I ain't doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Today's ritual is self-love. No, we didn't start yet. Today's ritual is a self-love ritual. I was waiting on a couple people to get in here, but we can go ahead and get started. Today's ritual is all based around self-love, and as usual, there's going to be instructions for you to do on your end. If you're at work, just do the instructions later, but I want you to attend this. All of these rituals for the 52 days of ritual are donation based, so there's no set price. You just send whatever you can as a donation for the ritual for whatever day you're joining in on the ritual. And I know a lot of people didn't even think they needed self-love ritual. They're like, I definitely love myself. Well, we're going to find out today, because I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to break you free from those binds that you've been in, and that self-doubt that you carry inside your heart. And for those that think, have we started yet? Yes, we're starting now. I don't ever just say, okay, here we go, we're starting. Like, no, we just flow right into it. I need y'all to understand that self-love is for your spiritual journey or any journey in life, whatever it is you're seeking to do for yourself. Self-love is a weapon. Like, self-love is a weapon. Self-love is a weapon. It is the strongest weapon you have in your arsenal. It is the one that keeps you from walking away from everything you've ever desired for yourself. Self-love increases your vibration. Self-love gives you more authority, even over curses in your life. Self-love gives you the space and opportunity to elevate yourself in a way that changes you forever. Okay, Nuri's in here, and I got some good news for 2 participants in today's ritual. Nuri, the wonderful, beautiful, talented Nuri, she would like to bless 2 people with a self-love box. She has amazing products, and she wants to bless 2 people during this live with the self-love box. And I'm going to allow her to pick the 2 people. So I'm not going to try to hold on to that, or you know what I'm saying? But I'll announce it again shortly. Okay? I love when people come in here planning to bless. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's why I said I ain't doing nothing for free. We are exchanging properly, or we ain't exchanging at all. You know what I'm saying? I can go do something else. You know what I mean? But yeah, like when she texted me that last night, I couldn't really respond right away, but I was so impressed with that. Just like the other lady, the other young lady that was in here was giving away some lingerie to 2 beautiful beings. Yes, right. I said lingerie because I don't want to say the wrong words on live and they block the live, or somebody want to report it because they're feeling some type of way. But I love when people want to bless. I love when people come in prepared to bless. I love when people come in prepared to cover other people. There were people that came into the live yesterday and sent donations for other people. You know what I'm saying? Sent donations for other people to participate because they felt inadequate because they didn't have a donation to send. Although I said you could participate anyway, but I get why they did that. And I even appreciate that, because every donation is just sitting in my bank account waiting so I can expand my brand, expand my business, and eventually open up Orun Technologies, where I will be able to train everyone that wants to learn in energy work and the proper way, an efficient way to move energy that's not going to drain you, how to generate energy, how to push and pull energy, how to sustain energy. And sorry, I got to talk about this real quick. So give me a second before we keep going. I got to rant about Orun Technologies, because my goal is efficiency. My goal is efficiency. You know what I'm saying? My goal is efficiency and removing the spookism from around it. Because a lot of people say, you can't do this if this chakra is out of balance. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm removing all the spookism from it. Even somebody who doesn't necessarily believe in spirituality should have access to energy, because energy came before the term spirituality. Before any of us ever walked upon the surface of this plane, energy was present. Before any of us ever said, hey, look up in the sky, that's a sun, energy was still present. It was present before anybody tried to add any type of definitions to it. So I'm taking it back to the original. Yes, today's a self-love ritual. Like, that's what I'm taking it back to. Say you wasn't lying about feeling different today. I don't know why y'all thought I was lying, man. Said, bro, you will be advising big business if you are not already, and other prevalent folk. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on it. Yes, energy is the original. The progenitors, yes. It's the original. So that was just my quick rant about Orun Technologies. But welcome to day 5 of the 52 days of ritual. Today's gonna be a lot lighter, and wait till y'all hear this. Wait till y'all hear this incantation, bro. Wait till y'all hear it. I was so excited while recording it on my phone, because I don't have my studio yet. While I was recording it on my phone, said, dude, you were on fire yesterday. I'm on fire when it's wartime. You'll see there's a difference in me. When we're talking about a lighter subject, I'm giddy. I'm serious, but I'm giddy and passionate. But when we're talking about serious stuff, oh no, I got to show all sides. Even if y'all see the darkness come out of me, because that's my warrior side. It's dark. It's damn near violent for entities. You know what I'm saying? I don't play. If I'm casting out a spirit, to cast something out, you got to have more authority than it. So if I'm stepping to it timid and scared, it ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to leave. It's going to laugh at me. It's going to mock me and you. So yesterday, wasn't no mocking me. And wasn't no mocking you. Those that were serious, you woke up today different. If you woke up today and you were tired, that's because something's been operating your body more than you. Something been operating your body more than you. You're finally feeling your body and not the body of what's been living inside of you. It's okay. Rest. To get you some Epsom salt, take you some baths, relax your muscles, go get a massage, go take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So can I inbox you after the live? I have a question. Yeah, but I probably won't answer it right after the live. So you're going to have to be patient. Today's ritual is self-love. Self-love, which is one subject that people just brush over very lightly. You got to love yourself. And everybody's like, well, what does that mean? Because sometimes I hate who I am. Sometimes I dislike how I am. Sometimes I don't understand me like I should. Sometimes I don't feel like I can keep moving. Sometimes I don't feel like I can keep going. Sometimes I feel like I'm not worth it. Sometimes I feel worthless. Sometimes I feel like I don't matter. Like, what's up with all this self-love? And they put all of these stigmas behind self-love. Self-love this. If you don't love yourself, then you can't have this. It's not true. There are people who are very prosperous in this world who don't love themselves at all. I told y'all, you got to learn how to separate the two. You got to learn how to separate the two. Because if you don't separate the two, you're blocking your blessings, trying to avoid doing something that you tie to whether you'll have your blessings or not. Exactly. Accepting yourself where you at. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to go in deep on that for just a little while. I'm going to try not to keep y'all too long today, because tomorrow is going to be even more fun. Y'all know tomorrow's 11/11, right? And so I got that new portal code coming out. Ain't nobody got no portal codes coming out. I got the portal code, and y'all want to be a part of it. I'm talking about everybody named Mama better be in here, or I'm going to tell everybody you got caught one time stealing lotion tops from Walmart. I'm going to tell everybody named Mama if you don't attend tomorrow. I'm on your head. Tomorrow's portal day. Tomorrow's portal day. I'm going to show you how to work a portal. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you how to work a portal. What time tomorrow? Same time. Same time. Same time. Same time. Y'all see the time you in here right now? Same time. Yeah, the lotion tops. I'm on your head. I stole lotion from Vicky's Secrets once. I would say shame on you, but when I was younger, I used to steal too. So I'm not judging you for that. I judge what you stole versus you stealing altogether. Like, what did you take? Like, I just went in the store and I took some Kleenex out of a box of Kleenex. You might as well bought the box of Kleenex. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just bought it. But anyway, self-love is key. Self-love is key because self-love is what's tuning your perception. Okay? I'm going to say that one more time. Self-love is key because self-love is what's tuning your perception. How you see your reality is based off of how you're viewing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Said, no, it's already 11/11 where I live. It don't matter. Still come tomorrow, because it'll still be 11/11 where you live if you join in on this portal. My live going to be a portal tomorrow. So still come, still be in attendance. But how you perceive your reality is based off of how you love yourself. How you treat yourself is based off of how you love yourself. The type of friends you keep around you is based off of how you love yourself. The way you take care of yourself is based off the way you love yourself. How you approach obstacles in life are based off of how you love yourself. And a lot of people claim to love themselves until life gets hard. Then that love goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? Then that love goes out the window. That love is not present. That love is not there. All of a sudden, insecurity creeps up. Insecurity creeps up because you allowed or you empowered insecurity more than you empowered self-love. So what do I mean by you empowering your insecurities? You're empowering your insecurities by thinking of yourself weak. Wait, pause on that. Said be careful. Some of the TikTok astrologers who are telling everyone tomorrow's a bad day. Don't nobody care what they talking about. They're controlled by the universe. We control the universe. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if we don't control the universe, we are in collaboration with the universe. It don't control us. We control our atmosphere. I told y'all, by the end of this 52 days, you're going to be a different type of spiritualist. You're not going to be moved by the atmosphere. I'm going to teach you how to move the atmosphere. I don't care what no astrologer's saying that don't know nothing about astronomy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no telescope in their background. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear none of that from them. Of course, they're going to put fear in the plans because they're controlled by collective consciousness. We are not. That's why I say we. We are not controlled by collective consciousness. You know what I'm saying? We control it. We control the narrative. It's your life. It's your life. You live it how you choose to. But if you cower in fear of everything that's going on in the atmosphere, you'll never move. You'll never move. If every day you wake up, I don't like the way the energy feel today, so you get back in bed. No, if I was living in your house, and I got a sidebar on this, I got to say this, I'm glad you brought that up. If I was living in your house, right, and you got up first thing in the morning, and I'm in your kitchen, ass naked, cooking eggs, banging music, and that's just not what you wanted to see today, are you going to tuck yourself back in your bed, or are you going to come in there and tell me put some clothes on and turn that music down? You control the narrative of the atmosphere. I don't care what the stars is talking about. They don't control you, especially if you call yourself a star seed. The stars definitely don't control you. You come from them. So don't fear it. A lot of people preach fear because that's how they dig in your pocket. I'm warning you right now. A lot of people preach fear because that's how they dig in your pocket. Yeah, tomorrow gonna be lit. Tomorrow gonna be a movie. I promise you. Tomorrow we're going to have fun. I don't care what nobody say. A lot of people use their eyes to observe the energy in the atmosphere as if that's the definition. Remember, I just told you self-love defines your perception. So if a person is perceiving reality as challenging and everything is hard and everything is horrible, everything is violent, the government's trying to hurt us, there's wars everywhere, the world is coming to an end, the Grand Awakening is going to bring destruction, that's all they're going to see. Even their visions and their travels in the astrals are going to be defined by how they treated themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to push that on you because the narrative that they live by is that they're deep and they have a deep knowing and they're connected. And that's fine. But you be as connected as you want to be. But if what you're connected to isn't empowering you, you need to leave that dope alone. You need to leave that dope alone. Today's ritual for the 52 days of ritual is self-love. If you really love yourself, the decisions you make on how you live your life would reflect that. When you love yourself, get what I'm saying? Pick up what I'm saying real quick. Like, when you love yourself, as an example, when you love yourself and that certain somebody calls your cell phone that's always about the drama, you won't answer it. But you're not loving on yourself like you know you're supposed to because you feel like it's hard to stand up for yourself. And not standing up for yourself is showing you that you don't love yourself. Bless you, King. You've grown so much. I love you. I love you too, bro. Text my phone, bro. I'm going to have to call you. Either I'm going to call you later on tonight or I'm going to call you tomorrow if you have time available. Because you're one person from the beginning. When I first started, you've been here from the very start. I'm talking about from like day 6. You were here. And I love you, and I want to bless you with something in the future. I don't know what yet, but I want to bless you with something. Because even during most of my most challenging moments in my life where I wanted to give up, you were in your channel and you text me and you said everything's going to be okay. And I never text you back, and I'm so sorry. You saved me in moments you didn't even know you were saving me. I was ready to throw in the towel and you caught it. So I want to do something for you too, even if I got to come to the UK. Say, you've already blessed me. That was on auto. Now watch what happens when I choose to bless you. Now watch what happens when I choose to bless you. I love you, bro. I love you. I love you. But yeah, your self-worth will cause you to not answer the phone for drama. Your self-worth will cause you to turn away from people who don't have your best interests at heart. Your self-love will begin to help you break habits. But let me break this down for you. I love you too. I love you 360. Your self-love, because I want to talk about self-love in correlation to your choices and your decisions real quick. When you love yourself like you're supposed to, your decisions reflect that. Your ability to say no is a version of self-love because you understand what's going to happen. You don't want to stand up for yourself because you don't want people to paint you out as the villain. Oh, well, you're fake. You used to kick it with me and call me all the time. Now you don't got no time to hang out. Or well, you said you would be there for me when I needed you and I need you today. And now you can't be there for me. But my self-love says I need to fill me up first. And if I'm not filled up, whatever I'm offering you is going to come from a place of hatred. I promise you. Because those of you in here, I'm going to need y'all to be transparent. Everybody in here right now for the 52 days of ritual, day 5 self-love, be transparent. Because people be like, I don't hate nobody. Yes, you do. You be sitting there with hate in your heart because you're tired, but you're too afraid to tell someone you're tired because you know innately they don't care how tired you are. They only care what you told them you would do. And because you told them you would do it once, they're going to continue to ask for it because you always say yes. We're going to be talking about this for the 52 days altogether. You grow to hate people, but most importantly, you grow to hate yourself. You be like, why do I keep saying yes when I want to say no? Because you think saying no makes you bad. You think saying no makes you bad. Sidebar, said every time I go into meditation, I astral travel. I can't control it. Any advice? There is no advice for you. I need you to understand one template because this ain't what the subject is about today for this ritual. So I can't really go into detail, but I will tell you this. If every time you meditate, you astral project, you have a double soul, which means most people down here in this dimension call it a higher self. You know what I'm saying? That means you live multiple lives. You live in multiple dimensions. You might have semi-omnipresence. I'm omnipresent fully. You know what I'm saying? I'm omnipresent fully. So I'm always in other dimensions. That's why I tell people, if you text me and ask me a question and I don't answer, text me again, because somewhere else I've answered it. And if you don't have access to that dimension, you didn't get my answer. You have omnipresence. And I know a lot of spirituals ain't going to tell you that. Well, you'll get control of it. It's not something you control. It is something that is, because you could be wide awake right now and one of your other versions could be fast asleep in another dimension. And when you go to bed, that other version wakes up. And if they're not in sync, it's going to interrupt your life. But they can't get in sync until you get serious about the concept that you live in more than one dimension. And that's just what I'm going to tell you right now. Okay? Because a lot of spiritualists ain't going to explain none of that. They, oh no, you'll be fine. Just keep meditating. You don't even meditate. You travel. Meditation is when you're still here and you're playing around in the field or the dimension of the mind. You don't even be here. I could smack you. You probably won't even feel it because you're not here. You know what I'm saying? Back to what I was saying, though. It's hard for people to say no because they don't want to be a villain. And I promise you didn't annoy me with that question. I just felt led to tell you that so you don't leave another live confused about a question you've probably been asking people that they've been ignoring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to answer that. It's just too much. No, I'll give you light details and then you study the rest on your own. Because now I bet you when you travel next time, your lucidity is going to be twice as potent. Mark my words. Watch. You're going to start gathering the big mind, the Godhead. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start calibrating that. But yeah, when you say no, you start feeling like you feel bad because you and what's really happening. Remember I told you the motto of the 52 days is I deserve and me first. I deserve and me first. You still haven't learned to put yourself first. And because you still haven't learned to put yourself first, what you're doing is being overly submissive to everyone else just so you can save face about you being good-hearted. Excuse me. excuse me, said, I feel sometimes I'm not made for this world. That's not true, or you wouldn't be here. You're made for this world. You're just made from other worlds. I'm going to tell you one more time. You're made for this world. You're just made from other worlds. It feels unfamiliar and it'll never feel like home to you. That's why everywhere you plant your feet, you got to make it home. It will get better. Mark my words. It'll get better. Stand in your power, stand in your authority. Understand that there's not a lot like you in this world. And because of that, that means you're the template of possible change for the future generations. Hold on to that. But a lot of people are not putting themselves first properly. You think putting yourself first today is just because you got up today and you went to the store and you bought your favorite snacks. No, that's kind of spoiling yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of spoiling yourself. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Like you're spoiling yourself, but that's not necessarily choosing yourself. Choosing yourself is understanding when you're in a space of, I can't do anything for me right now. That also means I can't do anything for anybody else. You're most welcome. That also means I can't do anything for anybody else right now. But because of how you like to save face, because somebody in the comments said, oh, well, I do my intention is to love everybody. You know, your intention is great, but don't let your love for everybody drain the love you have for yourself. Look, my crown already going bananas. Don't let the love you have for everybody else take away the love you have for yourself. And what do I mean by this when I say this? A lot of times we exist under this template of, I'm just going to love on everybody and give everybody the love they deserve, while simultaneously sitting with ourselves, asking ourselves, why did I say yes when I wanted to say no? Oh, I'm tired, but I gotta go do it anyway. Oh, I don't really feel like dealing with all this drama today. So, but if I don't tell her that if I tell her I don't feel like dealing with all that crap today, she's gonna hate me, and then I'm gonna feel like I'm worthless because my worth is defined by what value I bring to other people's lives, when your worth should be defined by the value you bring to your own life. Your self-love is a tool. Exactly, bro. Balance your love. And we trust ourselves a little less. Just the facts. Just the facts. When you love yourself, you make decisions that scream, I love myself. A lot of you are struggling in your health right now, but you feel like you don't have enough strength. And I have to bring this to the table because for some reason I woke up on a health kick. I can't wait to get off this live stream and this ritual so I can go to Sprouts and get my herbals. You know what I'm saying? I cannot wait. I'm excited to go because I love myself that way. I know I need to change my health in whatever way I can. But the problem is you think you have to be at a mastery level every time you make a decision to change. And that's not true. The thing that says I love myself is effort. Every day you give a little bit of effort. A little bit of effort. A little bit of effort go a long way. Yeah, that celery juice finna be busting. I'll be on it. A little bit of effort goes a long way, but you look at your efforts like it's not enough because you're comparing how you love yourself to how others love themselves. Your self-love journey is personal. Your self-love journey is personal. It's personal. It ain't for nobody else. It's for you. Said, I'm seriously asking, what if you don't have any love for yourself? Antonio, respectfully, I'm going to tell you that's the biggest lie you've ever told me. There's no way you don't love yourself. If you understood just how powerful the choice to wake up is, a lot of people think we wake up by chance or God's grace. Some of us are so multidimensional that if we really chose not to wake up, we would not wake up. You choose life every day simply because you know there's something in life worth living. You just haven't found out what it is yet. You love yourself enough to pick yourself up every day, no matter what you go through, to try to find out if there's something beautiful in this world. You love yourself. It's just not a self-love that you've been able to define yet. You will define it for yourself when that time comes. Even if it feels like an uphill battle, even if it feels like a struggle that will never end. The reason you continue to struggle It's because you know you're worth a better life. You're worth. No matter who needs you, no matter who in your life needs you and how much you need to be there for them, there's a portion of you that has to be there for yourself in order to even exist for them. Because if it was really over, Antonio, if you really had no self-love, no kind of love for yourself, you'd add no value to others. That's why I said you're lying. Because I adore you. Not just for who you are, not just for what you do for me, even when you send me a text message and it makes me laugh, not just for that, but what you bring to the table, how brilliant your soul is, the part of yourself that can't even be defined, the part of yourself that's curious about deeper layers of you. How do I say this? Your presence itself is value. Self-love is an action, but it also happens in silence, because who are you when nothing's happening? To me, Antonio, and one day you'll see it too. To me, you're brilliant. To me, you're beautiful. To me, you're worthy. To me, you're special. To me, you're anointed. To me, you're legit the shit. Why do you think I never walk away from you? I ain't gonna stop being on your head until you find out there's a crown on there. I'm not gonna stop being on your head until you find out it's a throne waiting for you to sit on. Of course, life feels lonely, and we begin to feel like we don't matter because the majority of us are set apart. To be set apart means you're meant to do something to change the world, not go along with what the world has going on. Of course, you don't fit in. Of course not. Of course not. Because you're getting ready to drop a whole new template. It ain't easy building new blueprints. Of course, it's hard for you to love yourself because you can't see you in others. That's because others are finding themselves in you. So special. And you'll see it one day. But I need you to get up every day, Antonio, and keep pushing. Keep ticking so you can see it. I need you to, because it can only be seen when your eyes are open wide enough to see it. Antonio, you are value. Not valuable. Value. Valuable means you're usable. But when you are value, people measure how amazing they are based off of how amazing they see you. I'm not gonna let you give up, Antonio. I don't care if I gotta catch a flight. I'm not gonna let you give up. And you know I pluck people in their kneecaps. Don't play with me. Self-love is not always the easiest thing in the world, but it's worth it. But it's worth it. And you're worthy of self-love. You already know that you're worthy of people loving you outside of you. You're worthy of their love. That's why people want to connect to you, whether you want to believe it or not. Even your children wouldn't like you if there was no worth or value in you. I'm telling you. Say you're in these kneecaps. I don't know what it is, because if I pluck a woman in her face, if I pluck a man in his face, that's considered DV. It's domestic violence. So I'll go for the kneecaps. Nobody's snitching to the police about kneecaps. Nobody. Going for the knees. Going for the knees. But you have to make a choice every day to do at least one thing to love yourself. Every day. You have to make a choice every day to love yourself. Pick one thing that you can love today, that you can muster up and love it to the fullest. I don't care if you make the best biscuits this side of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you love about you today, then I suggest you get in that kitchen and make them biscuits. If you love the way that your manicurist or the lady at the nail shop did your big toe today, you know what I'm saying? Then you need to spend all day loving on that. You have to find the thing in you that you can muster up to love today and love that, because that's what's going to help you love the parts of yourself that you dislike. Everyone has insecurities. Everyone has insecurities, and it's hard to battle those insecurities because you don't have a foundation of self-love. There are things you know you need to change about yourself. You know you want to change about yourself. It bothers you all the time. It bothers you all the time. You're always thinking about what you dislike about yourself, but you can't change what you dislike because you haven't spent enough time loving what you do like. If you don't like the weight that your body is carrying, then you know you need to lose some weight. But if you spend all day telling yourself, I hate that I'm fat, you're going to stay fat. Because if you can't love you where you are, you won't appreciate where you're going. You have to love you where you are in order to start to change who you are right now. If you feel unattractive, because this is something that's big in the community, if you feel unattractive, you don't have to turn into what you see on social media. You don't got to turn into what you see on social media. You got to learn to look in the mirror and say, the only reason I feel unattractive is because I am unique. My facial features, the way my body is shaped, the way I talk, the way my words come out is unique. They've never seen it before. There's nothing to compare you to. You're an original template. And until you learn how to love that, you will only end up copying what you see in the motions of the atmosphere. Self-love is a choice every single day. It's a choice. It's a choice. Of course, if you spent your whole life disliking who you are, hating who you are, disgusted with yourself, that's what your mind is programmed to. So it's programmed to tell you lying when you tell yourself you're beautiful. Your mind, you've programmed your mind to go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I'm changing today. I love myself. Yeah, you love yourself, but what about this? No, you shut up. Like, no, you shut up. I love myself because loving myself is the only thing that's going to allow me to prosper in this world. Ashe, that's what the mantras is for. They're full-blown incantations, rituals, and spells. The self-love is a tool, a weapon against all things that are keeping you low in life. Some of you are financially blocked because you don't love yourself. Not because you can't make money, but because your spending habits are focused on your lack of self-love. That's why you eat your sadness away. Because you picked up habits in places where you were supposed to increase, change, and grow, and you submitted to the fact that you think you'll never will, and so you try to eat it away, you try to drug it away, you try to drink it away, and until you're 333 on my clock, and until you're honest with yourself about it, you won't be able to change it. Don't beat yourself up about what you know you need to change. Love yourself through the changes. I'm making progress. If you on this live right now and you morbidly obese, tonight I want you to go outside and I want you to walk 200 feet and then walk back 200 feet. That's progress. That's way more than you've done in the last 2 months. Why did you do it? Because you love yourself. If you're trying to change your diet, I want you to pick one day, not even the whole day, the first 12 hours out the day, and eat nothing but fruit and drink water. That's more than you've done in the last few months, and you're doing it because you love yourself. If you feel unattractive, I want you to sit there without any makeup on. Let your hair be messy, be bonnet gang all day. Let your clothes be messy. And I want you to go stand in the mirror for 10 minutes and tell yourself you're still beautiful. What you're doing is reassuring your thought process that you love yourself. If you're insecure about your next steps in life, I want you to take 20 minutes a day and tell yourself you can, no matter what your thoughts are telling you, because you're telling yourself you can because you love yourself. Loving yourself is not hard. Believing the self-love is the challenge, but belief is something that is programmable. It's not solid. Belief is something that you have to constantly keep hammering. You got to keep hammering until belief turns to faith and faith turns to knowing. You have to keep hammering the beliefs until the beliefs turn to faith, and then the faith turns to knowing. Because once you get to knowing means I don't even got to remind myself of it anymore, because it's automatic in me to love myself regardless of where I am in life right now. A lot of you are insecure about where you are in life right now because you lack the knowing of self-love. Excuse me. You lack the knowing of self-love. You gotta know you love yourself. Confidence is something that has to be empowered constantly. Constantly. It's not something that you can do sometimes. It's not something you can do every now and again. All the time. A lot of people will call it arrogant. Stop talking to them. A lot of people will call it egoic. Stop talking to them. And I do mean stop talking. I'm talking about ASAP. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about today. Block their phone number. Stop talking to them. Because anybody that's got a problem with your confidence really got a problem with they self. Because anybody that's connected to me, when you start rah-rahing about how great you are, I'm in agreement with you. Because my light or your light shouldn't bother mine. Your greatness shouldn't bother me. The way you love yourself shouldn't bother me unless I'm really not focused on loving myself. A lot of you, it's so hard for you to love yourself because you're around people who got a problem with you loving you. Don't nobody care that you got a fupa? You care. You care because you're around people that are bothered by confidence. Hold on, let me read a comment. Said, bro, why get home to Atlanta and have a check from my old job waiting on me? Hey, they owe you way more than that. They owe you way more than that because they didn't know what kind of employee they had. They owe you more than that. Sometimes you have to totally remove yourself from the people you're connected to. I don't care how much you love them. We can talk love all day, but love shouldn't be the very thing that's destroying your life. When love begins to destroy your life, it is not love, it's codependency. And when you can recognize the difference between the two, you understand that really you're just dependent upon how they view you in order to feel empowered within yourself. And that type of dependency, dangerous. When I say dangerous, I mean dangerous. I mean the most danger you've ever been in, because when somebody decides to love themselves, which requires them cutting you off, you feel abandoned because you were dependent on them to feel empowered. A lot of y'all think y'all got enemies. Like, oh, they hate me, they dislike me. No, you hate you. You dislike you. Because self-love, if you loved yourself, or if you even started the process of loving on yourself, you wouldn't exist in spaces where people make you feel small. It's you. It's you. That's why I said you ain't got no enemies. You're incompatible. You shouldn't even be in spaces with people that make you feel comfortable with hating yourself. People always say, oh, King, I would love to be your friend. No, you don't. You would not love it. You would not love it. Think about how I just talked to Antonio. And I know Antonio is really sensitive and has autism. So that was the light version. Imagine I'm on your head because I'm the type of friend that wants to see you be great. I'm the type of person that's going to love you to greatness or love you the hell out my face. I love you enough to release you because I don't want your lack of self-love to interrupt my increase of self-love. I don't want you to diminish my self-love because you can't love yourself. It's a requirement. You're living in a very dangerous atmosphere when how you love yourself is dependent on who loves you. I'll say it again. You're living in a very dangerous atmosphere with how you love yourself is dependent upon who loves you. Even if you have nobody, most of us have nobody. You have to be willing to learn to enjoy your own company. For some, that's where it starts. Learn to enjoy your own company. Yeah, I always upload the live on my Instagram, Wild Wealthy Shaman. Follow me over there. You'll see it later. Talk about it, bruh. Said raise the standard and stand there. Facts. For some of you, that's where it's gonna start. You got to learn to love your own company. Because if you get on your own nerves, that just simply means you're resisting the changes you need to make. If you dislike yourself, you're only resisting the changes you need to make. And the problem with you making the changes you know you need to make, the problems the things you need to change, the reason you feel like you can't change it is because you're trying to look at the finished product like your healthiest self. You're like, okay, I can see myself being healthy, but it's going to take a long time to get there. Why are you stretching out things that can happen right now? Because if I'm making progress towards a goal, steady progress towards a goal means internally, I've already arrived at the goal. I'm just allowing the goal to pull me towards it. Self-love will have you in the position that says, it doesn't matter how long it takes me, as long as I love myself all the way there, because not loving yourself will cause you to stop. It will cause you to give up. It will cause you to think you don't deserve. It will cause you to think that everything is always going to fall apart. It will cause you to think that everybody's going to use you and abuse you and nobody's going to come into your life and love you like you deserve to be loved. It will cause you to think that everybody is against you. It will cause you to think that your plans don't mean nothing. Self-love is an everyday choice. Said, how about, hold on, I'm trying to read comments. How about parents that make you feel like you are not worth it? Don't worry about what your parents say. If you were here yesterday, I said every child that comes from the womb is a part of that parent. So if your parents are talking down on you, they're really just talking down on themselves. Because if I'm a useless piece of shit, what does that say about your womb, mama? That's all you produce. If all you produce is shit, that means you're a turd too. Don't worry about what other people think of you, even if it is your parents. I know we expect our parents to love us. I know we expect our parents to love us and adore us, but most of our parents had us before they learned how to love themselves. And so they become insecure when they see something they produced physically become greater than they ever thought they could be. Said my mother broke me and it's taken me time to heal. Stop saying she broke you. She just, the way she treated you sent you on a detour. It sent you on a detour of deep discovery. You went on a deep, stop saying broken, because when you say broken, you mean you're in pieces, which means there's part of yourselves that you will never find again. Because like I said, if a glass plate breaks, you can never put all the pieces back on there, because there's a little micro dust that flowed under the couch somewhere, or under the sink, or onto a carpet, and you going back. It don't matter. No, she sent you on a detour. How you talk to yourself is self-love. Before you open your mouth, think about what you're about to say. Because if I take what's in my inner dimension and I let it come out of my mouth and exist in the outer dimension, I might be breathing life into a reality that is no good for me. Think about what you're going to say before you say it, until your thoughts produce automatic, abundant words for your mouth to say. Think before you speak. The reason you want to think before you speak, because if you're thinking negatively, it's not necessarily going to destroy your life, because your life is out here. The healing is in here. Your life is out here. If you're thinking negative thoughts, don't let it come out your mouth till them thoughts turn positive. And if them thoughts never turn positive, shh. Sometimes you have to let the thought die. You got to let it die. Let it die. Let it shrivel up and die. I know y'all seen that movie. Let it die. Let it die. Let it shrivel up and die. Because you know you're being lied to. You know you're being lied to. That's why it hurts your feelings, because you're tired of hearing it. You're not even hearing it. You're channeling it. And I don't know if any of y'all took the intuition course with me. But that's what your intuition is tuned to. It only seeks more problems because of a lack of self-love. Every day is another chance to love yourself deeper. Before I continue, I'm going to take some comments with this question. What are you most insecure about? Let's talk about it for a moment. If you're just joining in here, this is the 5th day of the 52 days of ritual. Today's self-love, and we're performing the ritual right now. We're breaking bounds. Your stomach is your biggest insecurity. How many sit-ups did you do today? Are you working out with self-love, or are you working out to change it because you hate it? I did 30. Make sure you do 30 more before you go to bed. My jawline. Jawlines are unique. Jawlines are unique. You can go get reconstructive surgery, but is that who you were produced to be? I promise you, each and every one of you were made perfect. If your stomach is your insecurity, I'm gonna need you to bust out 60 sit-ups or 60 crunches this evening. No excuses. You can do them in 5s or 10s. 5s or 10s. But I want you to get up and love your stomach. Lift your shirt up. Love your stomach. Because if you can't love it where it is, you're not gonna love it where it's headed. My nose and teeth, except your nose. Your teeth can be worked on. Don't let nobody touch your nose. My personality. There's nothing wrong with your personality. There's something wrong with the people you group up with and reveal and demonstrate your personality. Being seen because you don't like the way you look at yourself. Communication and success. If you keep talking, you'll get better with communication. Success comes from proper communication. Just keep talking, big dog. Keep talking. Keep talking. I know there's people in the world who can't talk at all. The way they speak is so horrible that they don't like to talk at all. My hairline, it's nothing you can do about that. You're a woman. What you gonna do, shave your head? But then you're gonna miss your hair. You might as well love it where it is. Rihanna has the world's biggest forehead. Billionaire, successful, gorgeous. And her forehead is huge. Huge. When I say huge, I mean huge. My insecurities when in a relationship. That means the plan before the relationship, the getting to know each other stage, you felt uneasy. Which meant you shouldn't have walked all the way into it. There's things that you're trying to heal within yourself, but you're trying to heal it through your partnerships. And when you try to heal something through your partnership, you will always lose your partner if it's defined by healing only. There is no love there, just work. Said myself, I grew up being made fun of by my sister and family, and I deal with body dysmorphia. You know what's funny about body dysmorphia? Body dysmorphia is just an out of tune intuitive tool. Okay? Body dysmorphia is an out of tune intuitive tool. It's programmed by people in our past. I'll give you an example. There's not a woman today, well, maybe just one, but there's not a woman today that I was with that when the relationship was over, they didn't call me a fat ass this. You know what I'm saying? A ugly this. I can't believe I was ever with you. When I was younger, my family used to bully me. My cousins used to put a sheet around my body, wrap it up tight, tie it up, whoop my ass and throw me in the closet, call me fat. Nobody's ever gonna love you. You're unattractive. I was told everything, but now I'm the finest motherfucker they ever seen in their life. On God. Because I understood what a lie was. One day I decided to really examine why people treated me the way they treated me. Why would you call me ugly and unattractive and fat when you were supposed to love me? Like, why would you do that? And the reason that people do you like that is because they see something so great in you that they know good and damn well they won't make it where you are going. So they try to destroy where you're headed by telling you you're a failure now. Because they know they can't go with you. If I'm so unattractive, so stupid, why do I get so much attention from people? Why when I walk in a room, their heads turn? It's not because I'm ugly. People don't stare at ugly people. It's hard to look at ugly people. No, they stare at vibrant people. They don't even know what it is about them. It's just something amazing about them. They were trying to stomp out your amazing nature. That's what they were trying to do. And they failed miserably. They failed miserably. Said being alone and unloved, not having a partner. You won't have a partner until you become a worthy partner to yourself. You won't have a partner until you become a worthy partner to yourself. I'm single too. I'm pretty popular on TikTok. You don't think I get plenty of women like, King, I just want to get to know you? Absolutely not. Because if I let you love me while I'm learning to love myself, I'll depend on your love for my survival, and that ain't happening. Not on any level. That ain't happening. This is why heartbreaks hurt so much, because we're dependent upon who we're with instead of actually being partners. Wait on it. Keep loving on yourself. Keep upgrading. Keep climbing. Keep climbing. Keep getting to new levels in your life so you can have something to be proud of within you. So when you approach or enter a relationship, you actually have something to offer. Because if you're secure with yourself and your partner's secure with themselves, even if they're learning to be more secure, you will have a successful relationship versus one that's filled with competition. We don't need to compete. We're partners. So how do you deal with loneliness? You go be amongst people that you don't feel the need to hold on to. You feel alone because you're hiding from your own beauty. You feel alone because you're hiding from life. You feel alone because you're hiding from your potential. You feel alone because you're not out there in the world. You're in your cave where you believe you feel safe. But are you really safe if you feel alone? Are you safe where you're at right now if where you are, you constantly torture yourself? Say, I don't have anyone though to be amongst. That's not true. I didn't say you had to know them. You don't gotta know them. Sometimes I'll take an Uber to a random place just so I could talk to the Uber driver. Ask them how's life going, what they've been up to. I don't trust people. That's an illusion. We say that as an excuse to avoid people. So everybody in the world is untrustworthy. If everybody in the world is untrustworthy, then you are the one that can't be trusted. When you, I promise you, and I know that sounds crazy. Like, I'm trustworthy, like I'm honest, I'm this, I'm that. Being untrustworthy is not about dishonesty. Being untrustworthy means that you're the kind of person that might show up and act like you want to be somewhere and then totally abandon it. It's an issue of worthiness. I always say that I don't trust nobody. There are things that I don't trust a soul with, like spiritual advice. I don't trust a soul. You can't tell me about me better than I can tell me about me. Look at me. Do I look like I need that kind of help? But trust. Well, I trust people to be themselves. I trust people to be honest about who they are. And if they lying, that's a them type of problem, because I'm not dependent on their honesty of self. If I'm around you and I just so happen to like what you got going on, thank you for helping me smile today. We feel so alone because we're constantly hiding, which is a lack of self-love. You know that loving yourself means you need to get out there and embrace life. Even if you're alone, why haven't you gone? Let me ask you a question for those that feel alone. When's the last time you did something that scares the living crap out of you? And I do mean scares the living crap out of you. When's the last time you went to a theme park and got on a roller coaster? When's the last time you took a hike? When's the last time you went to a karaoke bar and grabbed the mic and just sang for 10 seconds? When's the last time you did something you're not living life, and so you're living under a dead frequency? And that dead frequency is going to empower you to stay in your shell until your spirit starts to petrify. Once it starts to petrify, you stop feeling worthy enough to live life. I know what it feels like to petrify. I know that feeling all too well. What if you just don't like people? You can't say that. That's a lie, because you don't know all people. It's an excuse for you to hide from life. Because let's just say you have a business. How can you operate in business if you don't like people? It's a defense mechanism. We're trying to defend ourselves against people who hurt us before, people who lied to us before, people who manipulated us before, people who dogged us before, which means we're trying to carry our past into our future. Obviously, it's living in the present. And I'm not judging nobody. I'm saying all of this out of love, so I need to be clear about that for somebody to feel like I'm attacking them. I understand where you're coming from because I relate. Because up until about 2 weeks ago, I was saying the same thing. I don't trust nobody, and I don't like people anyway, so I don't want to be around no people. People ain't the problem. I'm the problem. It ain't even about whether they accept me or not. Because if I'm existing in a space where I don't feel like I'm accepted and honored, then I have to get to another space. And I will keep moving spaces until I'm in a space that feels like I'm covered in love. I'm scared to let people in. Then don't. Don't. You don't have to let people in order to interact with people. Your business is your business. You haven't met everybody that's going to love you. You haven't met everybody that's going to bring a smile to your face. You haven't met everybody that's going to invest in you. You haven't met all the people that are going to empower your glory. But if you hide, you'll never meet them. Some of you are just literally tired of where you live. And I always say this, and I don't even know if people really listen. Some of you are just tired of where you live. You need a change of scenery, but you're so scared of failure that you submit to that version of yourself that refuses to live. I don't know who I'm talking to when I say that. But it's time for you to move. My Instagram is Wild Wealthy Shaman. It's time for you to move. The only thing keeping you where you are is your lack of self-love. Me loving myself made me leave Las Vegas and move to Mexico for 6 months. I said, I have to live a better life. I can't keep blaming God or source or spirit, the universe, or the supreme architect for what I lack in life when I'm deciding to just sit still and do nothing because I feel like everybody around me won't accept me. They think I'm crazy. They think I'm evil. They think I'm a demon. They won't love me. They won't be able to accept me at all. But if that's the case, because most of you have evidence of that. Most of you have evidence of being yourself and the people around you just can't accept it. They think you weird. They think you funny looking. They think you live in life the wrong way. So why do you keep living around them? Your money, hear me and hear me clear. Your money, because I know money may not be important to a lot of people, but it's important to me because I'm gonna get my bag regardless of what any deep spiritualist got to say about it. That's right, I air quoted the hell out of you. Deep spiritualist got to say. But sometimes your money is blocked up in your inability to love yourself. Self-love is not just a saying, it's an action. You think, how am I going to survive in another city or another state when I'm barely surviving here? The reason you're barely surviving where you are is because where you are don't give you no life. Tell me when I'm capped. Tell me when I'm lying. Tell me when I'm lying. A lot of you need to make a leap so you can actually begin to heal. You actually have to make a leap. Oh, well, I'm barely able to make my rent right now. How am I going to make this move? And you know what? Part of the reason you can't get out of your situation is because your faith in your next step is not present. You don't have no faith in your next step. You know why? Because you don't love yourself. Love or loving yourself causes you to leap. Loving yourself causes you to go where people were, or go away from where people were holding you down and making you feel small. You thinking about moving to New Mexico? Oh my God, have you ever visited New Mexico? I'm sorry, I got a sidebar. I love New Mexico. Have you ever been in New Mexico? Have you ever seen the stars at night, like in Taos, New Mexico? Pine Hill, New Mexico. Some of y'all just want to be able to breathe, which means that you can't live that city life. You ready to move to a country town. For my melanated beings in here, oh, well, what if it's racist? I live in Dallas, Texas. And I ain't felt the ounce of racism yet. Wait, let me stop lying. I felt a little racism from the old man that was walking his dog, but he looked like he in his 80s. I ain't worried about him. That might be his last walk. Your manifestations can be blocked behind a lack of self-love. Yeah, no, y'all gotta see him. I wish I was one of them people that would film random people without their permission, because I would show you. You'd be like, yeah, he on his last couple walks. He's trying to live his last days. He probably not even racist. He's just tired. And I took it as racism because I said hello. He looked at me, rolled his eyes, kept walking his dog. I was like, well. Like, well, I don't even know how to take people not giving me the kindness I give them. I'm like, well. But a lot of you are stuck because of a lack of self-love. Self-love will cause you to get away from the things that are hurting you. I promise you. Thank you for the gifts. Self-love will cause you to start making changes in your life for your highest good. Say he probably deaf. He not deaf. If he was deaf, how he look up when I said good morning? Because I didn't even say it loud. He not deaf. Stop trying to give him excuses. Said what a beautiful ritual this is. I know, I don't think people understand we're in ritual right now. And I'll get the donation from this ritual for y'all from y'all shortly. Just give me time, because we ain't even heard the incantation yet. Self-love will cause you to move into a part of your life that says, I love myself. And I'll give you my example today. When I get off this live stream, I'm going to Sprouts because I want to get some herbs to cleanse my blood and to cleanse my gut, because I know I needed it. I know I've been needed to do it, but I kept making excuses, and I kept looking in the mirror and said, I'm so tired of seeing my stomach, until one day I looked at my stomach and I was like, man, I love my stomach. It may be big, you know, I got a gut, you know what I'm saying? It's a big gut, but sometimes I drum on it and it makes me happy. Sometimes I rub it while I'm going to sleep and it helps me fall asleep faster. I may want to change it, but it's still beneficial for me right now because it's a tool that I can use to assist myself in making better decisions for myself. And now that I'm practicing a deeper level of self-love, I'm ready to cleanse it and change it, because I can't wait to see what God King Soon 2.0 looks like. What would I look like with my six-pack and my and the guns? What will I look like? I can't wait to see me in my next phase. I'm excited about it because it's the best decision I'll make. Part of me loving myself was understanding that I needed to get down to a better business aspect of me. You know, be a man and be able to take care of myself and live the best life I want to live. I'm too bougie to be struggling. You know what I'm saying? So I got down to my business, and then I found out, oh man, I'm too tired to be working all day. Self-love says the reason you're so tired is because you're unhealthy. Come on now. Say extra fine, I swear. Ow. Self-love caused me to think to myself like, man, I need to get healthy so I can have more energy to actually live my dreams, actually accomplish my goals. I haven't even started working on Orun Technologies yet. I'm gonna be up 48 hours straight, 72 hours straight like Steve Jobs and Einstein working on inventions. I don't have the energy for that right now. No, that would kill me. So I have to change. I have to change, not to impress others, but so I'm capable of accomplishing more in my life. So I love your wing face. I'm always doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like it may seem like an uphill battle at times, but would you rather make it to the top of the hill, to your next goal, or would you rather only climb a quarter of the way every day and fall back down? I'd rather take the pressure of reaching the top than only getting a quarter of the way there and having to start all over again. You have to stop stopping. Self-love says give it your best every day, even if your best, even if your best is not as good as it was yesterday. Your best is not measured by what you've done before. It's measured by what you do now. It is measured by what you do now. Consistency is defined by, listen to me, because I know, and I'm not down talking no coaches, so don't nobody take this live and run to a coach and say, King Soon's over there talking about you. He's talking about you like a dog. Consistency is defined by the one being consistent. So if I can only eat fruits and veggies 2 times a week, those 2 days are defined by me. It doesn't have to be today and tomorrow. It can be today and the day after tomorrow, as long as I accomplish my 2 days. But consistency is defined by the one being consistent, not the life coach online that says you got to hammer at it every day or you're never going to see results. You'll see results because your results are even measured by you. You're in control of your life. And if you want to be more consistent, you'll get tired of your old level of consistency, because consistency is not your problem. The type of consistency is your problem. Let me take a sip of my agua on that. Yum. Consistency is not your problem. The type of consistency is your problem. I want to be more consistent. You're consistent every day. Even if you're consistent in doing nothing, you are consistent every day. I want to eat better. I got to stay, I got to get, the consistency, to keep eating healthy every day. Like, I just don't feel consistent enough. You're consistent, just not the right type of consistent. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you ate a salad today and now you've been eating honey buns the rest of the week. You just got to change your consistency. And sometimes changing it is not going cold turkey. It's changing the pattern, because we identify everything by patterns. Everything by patterns. There's a reason you eat the way you eat at the time you eat and what you're thinking about while you're eating it. Change it one day, just one day. Make one simple change and it starts to flip the table altogether. Nobody believes me. I guess I gotta upload the photo, although it should be on my TikTok. I used to be over 500 pounds. Excuse me, over 500 pounds. I am at 365 now. Why? Because of the type of consistency. I decided that walking at the park was not just beneficial for my physical health, but it was beneficial for my mental health. A lot of you can't stay consistent in the atmosphere you live in right now because of how the people are that you're living around. It's hard to live a healthier life, a calmer life, a more peaceful life, a more purpose-filled life when you exist around people who do the direct opposite. That means they're going to look at you like you are weird. Even your manifestations are a process. You get what I'm saying? Even your manifestations are a process. Thank you, Angelica. Thank you with your fine self. Ow. But even your manifestations are a process. I like giving my own testimony to explain it, because I think in self-mastery all day. For those that took the 7 days of self-mastery, you know what I'm talking about. I'm in my lab every single day. When I was living with my father and I was raw vegan, and then I was just vegan because I was raw for about 6 months and then vegan for a year. When I was vegan for a year, I was just putting stuff together. I don't follow nobody's manual. I don't care about nobody's health advice, because I listen to my body first. And so I said, the first thing I want to try is a detox soup, because I love soup. Like, I found it was something that I love. So I used what I love to bring myself better health. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm in there cooking. My father comes in the kitchen. He goes, "Damn, son, that smells good." I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, it's completely vegan." I'm like, "Do you want a bowl?" He's like, "Nah, that's for you." My brother would come home from work and I'd be sitting on the bed eating a salad, because I've lived in the same area no matter where my father lived. I told you I was pretty submissive to not being a man. So I was in that dining room. That's where I always stayed. I never had a bedroom in my adult years living with my father. I'm in the dining room, or what would be the living room, and I turned it into a bedroom. But I'm in the dining room, sitting on the bed eating a salad. My brother would call it rabbit food. Like, "You over there eating that rabbit food?" I'm like, "Bro, but you don't even understand how good I feel. You should try this. You would feel a lot better." I'm not even telling you to be vegan. I'm just saying today you should try this salad. It's a detox salad. You're going to feel good after you eat this. "Nah, bro, that's for you, bro. I don't want to be like super thin. I don't want to be thin either. That is not my goal. That's not my goal. I just don't want to be this big." And I started to feel like the odd man out, like most of you do in your reality. And it's not because they hate you. They don't understand your path, so they don't know how to respect it yet. Don't make an enemy out of them. You're becoming incompatible with your atmosphere. And when you become incompatible with your atmosphere, the source, God, the universe, the supreme architects lay out a new blueprint for you. Say it's a chicken salad. You're incompatible with your atmosphere. And at that point, a whole new list of manifestations slides across the board. And at that point, I started weeping like a baby. I was weeping every day, day in and day out. I said, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of this. Like, I feel like I can't even be healthy. And then I'm trying to be healthy and they don't support I was blaming everybody. I'm trying to be healthy and they don't support my healthy choices. Because it's hard for me right now. I don't want to eat meat. I'm not vegan anymore, or raw vegan or alkaline. I'm getting healthier, but I don't know if I'm going to stop eating meat. Don't nobody try to give me no advice on it either. Just let me live my life. Let me do me. But at that time, I was raw vegan. Raw. I wasn't cooking nothing. It was salads and fruits galore. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making my infused waters and my juices. You know what I mean? And they know I'm doing this because they're teasing me about it. And they come in there and they cook my favorite foods. They cooked my favorite food. I'm talking about my pops in the kitchen making smothered pork chops with rice and gravy. It's got the whole works. He would make a salad, but it had chicken and bacon and shrimp in it. And I'm just smelling it and I'm like, dude, like, I don't need the temptation. And I'm angry at them because I'm refusing to love myself. Hear me and hear me clearly. Hear me and hear me clearly. Because accountability is missing in the world right now. People aren't accountable. You got to be accountable. You can't be mad at them. They weren't vegan or raw vegan. They weren't trying to eat healthier. Let's say if you're in here right now and you're religious and you just turned your life over to Christ, you know what I'm saying? You just turn your life over to, you can't be mad at your mama for listening to Cardi B's WAP. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at them for that because they're not living your life for you. They're not living your life for you. I just had a bowl of sherbet. I love sherbet. Shh, don't say that because I'm supposed to be going to Sprouts to get some healthy stuff. I will stop by Walmart and get a gallon tub of sherbet. Don't do that. But yeah. Oh, damn. Now I want... Nope. I'm still going to go to Sprouts and get my herbals and get my chlorophyll. But yeah, like, I couldn't be mad at them. All I knew was I was ready to go. Okay? All I knew is I was ready to go. And I started praying about it. I started doing rituals about it. Like, I started doing everything under the sun, and I started staying out of the spaces that made me feel unworthy of the lifestyle I desired. See, most of you hate where you're at, but you won't leave, not even the least bit. You cower in fear and you hide in your bedroom. Go to the park. Leave the house. Take a walk for 2 to 3 hours, because any time spent outside of the space where you can't cultivate your greatest life is an investment in your greatest life. And so I started walking around. Until one day I had this spark in me, right? I had this spark in me. My homeboy let me come live with him, but he wasn't doing no better than my father was doing. He was living worse. We was still in power from a neighbor's house. Listen to me. Started walking around and cleaning up the neighborhood. It's a real testimony. I'm not capping. I'm not playing with y'all. I started cleaning up the neighborhood because I lived in the ghetto in Vegas. If you live in Vegas and you ever been on Donna and Carey, I'm talking about like a couple years back. That's where I was living at, right there in the hood, the real one where the crackheads got seniority. You know what I'm saying? The real one. I'm walking around the neighborhood. I'm thinking, man, it's a lot of children over here. It's needles and everything under the sun in the dirt. So I started cleaning up. One day the landlord pulled up on me. Like the person that owned the apartment complex, he pulled up on me. He had an attitude. He said, who asked you to clean this up? I said, you ain't got to ask me to clean it up. I said, this looks terrible. And he said, no. He said, I'm so sorry I came at you that way. He said, it's just, I don't know. Like, this neighborhood's out of control and I don't know what to do sometimes. He said, I thank you for doing this. He said, are you looking for a job? Ding, ding. I said, what kind of job? He said landscaping. He said in the day and at night you can work security. And I'm thinking, okay, I might make some money, but it didn't really fit that the life I desired to live. And while we were walking around the neighborhood talking, he pointed at 3 apartments and he said, pick one. And I said, are you serious? He said, pick one. Which apartment do you want? I'll let you live in it as long as you work for me. He was a cheapskate, so that's a deal to him. So I was a deal to me. I had my first apartment ever. Although it wasn't that long, it was short-lived, it didn't matter. All I knew at that point was that the possibilities were endless. Oh, and if you must know, this is the time I wrote the money mantra. That was the time when I wrote it. And from that point on, I knew that I deserved better than I was settling for. Shortly after that was when I went to Costa Rica. Came back from Costa Rica, lived with a friend, left from my friend's crib, went back to live with my father. Remember we spoke about cycles yesterday. I was still in a cycle. And then I was able to move to Houston with a friend, was being used and abused in that situation. Moved back to Las Vegas because I got a blood clot in Houston in 2019, right? I had to go home. I didn't even have insurance. I had to go home because I had insurance back in the city, which makes me, I'm gonna go ahead this week or next week and go ahead and get my ID in Dallas, because that just means a part of me still holding on to Vegas because I still have my Vegas ID. I'm about to let it go. I ain't gonna tell y'all to do something I'm not gonna do, okay? It's totally, it's break free season, you understand? And so I went to Mexico, right? I moved to Mexico, and my father tried to keep me there. My family was worried. They were like, the cartel is in Mexico. I was like, we live on Donna and Carey. It ain't nothing but Crips, Bloods, and Gersons on this street. I'm in mini cartel central, okay? You can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Went to Mexico. While I was in Mexico, which is right after the money mantra went viral, I started being able to make an income off of my coaching and my healing sessions and my ritual work. You know what I'm saying? And I saved up $12,000 while I was in Mexico. And now here I am in Dallas in my first official crib at 33 years old. You want to know how I got this far? Because I love myself. Because I love the hell out of me. I love me so much that I'm willing to lose it all to get out of spaces that make me feel small. Bars. I love me so much that I'm willing to lose it all to get out of spaces that make me feel small. Most of you are so submitted to keeping the peace. And I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but hear me and hear me clearly. Most of you are so submitted, that's right, submitted to keeping the peace that you're not even alive yet. Because you know, if you try to move forward with your life, it's going to cause chaos, which means you care about what other people think of you more than you care about what you think of yourself. Who I'm talking to. You know that if you left right now, the people who claim to love you will begin to hate you. And because you care about that so much, you're stuck. You are stuck. Submitted to keeping the peace due to being groomed that way, though. You know, the term groom is very interesting, because if I look at it from an animal definition, right? You groom your dogs, right? And I do mean, look, I know what groomed mean. It means you were programmed in lesser words. It means you were programmed. But anything that's programmed can be reprogrammed. I can make the power button on your remote change your channel instead of turning your TV off. If you were groomed, the next time you grow enough hair, You groom it a different way. And these things come up in your life for you to change, and they happened. They happen often. You feel the cycle coming, but instead you cower in fear. I'm telling you to stand up to your situation, because self-love says, even if it hurts me to my soul, at least I'll finally be free, and then I can learn to love myself again. Because if you're loving yourself based off of what you were conditioned to do, you don't even love you yet, because you haven't had time to discover and fall in love with the real you just yet. Damn, I said today was going to be light. This is heavy. Exactly, bro. Program love. I love me so much that I refuse to be in spaces that make me feel small. If nobody ever spoke to me again, as long as I love myself, I'll be A-okay. As long as I love myself, there will always be an opportunity on the table for me to grow. As long as I love myself, there will always be something out there that will help me expand. As long as I love myself, my communication and connection with God will always exist. But when you lack self-love, you can't even hear God, source, the universe, the creator. You know what I'm saying? You can't hear the supreme architect at all. Because you love yourself, that even when you dislike yourself so much that even when God says, I love you, you say, why? Why would you love me? Who could love someone like me? A lot of people, if you would only love yourself enough to understand that you're worthy of that love. You're not the only one that's having a hard time loving yourself, because you're uncovering all of the false versions of you. You're uncovering them, and you're finding parts of yourself that you don't like. But I need you to understand, and a lot of beings hate when I say this, because this is another conditioning. You know what I'm saying? But each and every one of you are perfect. That's right. I said it, and I'm gonna always say it, and I'm gonna die on that hill. I'm gonna stand on that hill. I'm gonna take a piss off that hill. You understand? Each and every one of you are perfect, not imperfect. Not your imperfections make you perfect. That don't even make sense. You are absolutely perfect. Well, how am I perfect? Like, I've done this and I don't like this about myself. Anything you don't like, you're removing from you, which means it was never you. The real you, the full template of you, the fullness of you, the full acceptance of self, the glory that you are, the anointing you possess, the beauty that you are and that you have within you and is perfect. Everything that makes you feel imperfect are the things you are removing. Even your scars are perfections. You hammering, ching, 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 ching. You're a masterpiece regardless. And until you see yourself that way, it's going to be hard to change, because you believe brokenness is beauty. But if brokenness was beauty, why are you having trouble loving yourself? Come on, somebody. Exactly. Creator makes no mistakes. We make mistakes. Who you are is perfect. Everything you are is perfect. Everything you put forth is perfect, because it's beneficial for who you're attempting to be at this moment in time. Each and every one of you are beautiful. Big, skinny, morbidly obese, anorexic, tall, short, stubby. Each and every one of you are beautiful. Not because of the way you look, because the way you look is a reflection of the way you love yourself. No, you don't have to look like the model types in the world. The model types were only created because they found out that a lot of people liked it, which means that some of them don't even know themselves. Stop looking outside of you to see how beautiful you really are. Look at you. Every quality that you possess makes you beautiful. Everything you put forward makes you beautiful. Every time you open your mouth, nothing but beauty comes out. Every time you inhale, Beauty. Beauty. Every time you blink, beauty. When you stop looking outside of you for approval of how beautiful you are inside of you, what's inside of you has a chance to come out of you. And when it finally comes out of you, you gonna laugh at yourself. I promise you, you gonna laugh at yourself. You gonna ask yourself, what the hell was I really tripping on? I love you too, bro. I love you too, bro. What was I really tripping about? I'm gorgeous. What was I really tripping about? I'm brilliant. What was I really tripping about? I can live a successful, peaceful, and easy life. Like, what was I really tripping? What was I tripping? You weren't thinking with your own mind. You were thinking with the minds of the people you reflect off of that hate you. Of course. Did I ask God to show me how good today would get? It's my birthday and then I wound up here. Hold up. Everybody pause. Everybody pause. Everybody wait. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to tell y'all why I do that, why I just stop and sing. Let me tell y'all, because a lot of people have been rocking with me for a while. They know why. The reason why I stop when somebody says it's their birthday and I sing, so if it's your birthday today, that was for you too. The reason why I stop and sing, because sometimes you just never know. That might have been the only love they received in the last few years. That might have been the only thing that demonstrated to them that somebody cared in a long time. You could save a life if you would just operate out of your heart. That took 15 seconds? Something she'll never forget. Gotta jump out. Peace, God. Peace, God. Have a good day, bro. Work! Get to the bag. Get to the bag. That's why I do it. If I can save a life, I've done my job for the day. Wait till we have the ritual for suicide, because I'm gonna kick that spirit in the ass cheeks. You understand? I want to go to war with it, because I remember when it wanted to take me out. But I have purpose. I can't die right now. I got living to do. I can't die right now. You're loved this way. You safe over here. You safe over here. We accept you, we honor you, and we love you. We're going to empower you over here. If this is your first time over here, welcome. Welcome. I did that for you because I love myself. I did that for you because I know what it was like to seek love outside of me and never find it until the day I started loving myself, and then everything outside of me began to love me too. I did that because I love me, which means I have no choice but to love you. Say, oh my gosh, I love you. I love you too. And I hope you feeling confident today with your gorgeous behind. If you didn't smile today, if you weren't confident today, I'm telling you, I'm gonna pluck you in your kneecaps. I ain't having it no more. There are people I absolutely adore in this world, and I ain't finna let them walk with their head hung low for a second, because you can't rock with me with your head hung low. I need you to hold it up. I'm gonna have to tap your chin piece. You better be confident today, for you are beautiful. You are perfect. You are worthy. Self-love is a work in progress. But if you're not working at it, you know what? Remember, we were just talking about consistency, right? If you're going to be consistent with anything, let it be self-love. Said I'm giggling. Yeah, send me a message. We'll see how long you giggle after you send me that message. I'm probably just going to pour mad love on you, so you're going to giggle some more. But if you're going to be consistent with anything, let it be self-love. Because I promise you, when you start loving yourself deeper, everything else will follow. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, shut up, Bailey. Everything else will follow. everything else will follow when you love yourself. You'll start making decisions for your happiness and your peace. See, a lot of people sit in a square and they go, oh, I want peace and I want to feel whole, and I just want to feel okay for once, and I want to feel some joy. Self-love means you're producing it for yourself. Self-love means I produce it for myself, which means I exit spaces that make me feel small. And I put myself in areas where I'm not bothering people with how big I really am. Most of you feel small because you're really big. Most of you feel irrelevant because you're about to be one of the most relevant beings in the world. Most of you feel like you hate yourself because you're one of the most worthy beings of love in existence. It's the space you're in, not just the people around you, the space, your neighborhood, what used to happen there, especially if you're empathic. You know better than to be in an area where there's mass violence and everybody's always arguing. You need to do what you got to do to get to your next level. I don't know how many times y'all gonna make me tell y'all this, but get your behind up and move. Get up and move. That's where I grew up, in the hood. I grew up on the block too. If y'all think I'm capping, get on Google and look at the world view and look at the streets called Donna and Carey. I bet you it's a crackhead on the camera and 20 thugs on the corner. Shootings every night. Children selling drugs straight off the school bus. You are not your environment. You are not your environment. You become your environment when you submit to a version of yourself you're not proud of. Remember, I told y'all, don't look at your situation. Make your situation look at you. I'm better than you. I'm greater than you. I don't have to be inside of you. I don't have to be a part of you. I am allowed to change. I am allowed to grow. I am allowed to seek more for myself, even if the ones around me get mad at me for doing so. I can't people please myself to success. I can't people please myself to healing. I can't people please myself to ascension. You can't. Somebody's always going to be displeased with your growth because it doesn't include them. Codependency is a strange and strong poison. Because you loving yourself don't include them, they got a problem. Now they're gonna point at all the things that you were honest and open with them about being insecure about. It's happened to me countless times, and I'm talking about over and over and over and over again until one day I wasn't triggered. When I stopped being triggered, oh my God, how all hell broke loose. When the new daily drama in my family didn't move me and I didn't act ultra concerned and over concerned and scared, oh, how all hell broke loose. Some of you will come to find in the coming days that you are the very thing that keeps your family together. And I know that sounds noble, but when I explain this to you, for about 30 seconds, it's gonna piss you off. But if you are the glue that holds your family together, that means, I don't even know if I wanna say this, bro, because I ain't, but this is a ritual, so I have to. If you are the glue that holds your family together, I'm so nervous. Like, I'm trying to keep repeating it so I can try to move. Spirit won't even let me move to the next point. If you are the glue. All right, bro, I see you. I love you. Text me so I can call you. If you are the glue that holds your family together, that means you're the only one participating in trying to uphold, uplift, and heal your family. Now that you understand that, you understand you don't benefit from your atmosphere, your reality, your family, your friends, and for some of you, your significant other. You are the one that's being benefited off of. That's why when you move and you change, all hell breaks loose. Because if it wasn't for you, nobody would be able to hold it together. This whole, I need to be there for them. For what? Showing up for people who refuse to show up for themselves is like attending a concert with nobody performing. What are you there for? Stop being the glue. Some of you are not the glue, some of you are the sanity. So I get a phone call when you finally said it. Somebody remind Mocha what I said on Instagram. You're not gonna miss that point. Some of you are the sanity of your family. Some of you are the very weapon of your family, but you want to live a more peaceful life, but they always call you to fight. I don't know who I'm talking to, but Spirit said, stop that. You're endangering your purpose. Ooh. 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 Are you the fighter? Whoever I'm talking to, if you're the fighter, Spirit said, stop. You're risking your purpose, which means something is about to pop in your family. And I don't know how dangerous it's gonna be, but when it slides across your table, I'm gonna need you to let that hoe keep on sliding. When it slide, observe it, and be like, damn, that's messed up. I'm glad it ain't me, and let it keep sliding, because people will let you destroy your life in order to save theirs. That savior complex gonna get you in trouble every single time. You've been proving yourself for X amount of years. If you the glue, you've proven you were the glue for X amount of years. Now it's time to make silly putty out of it and go on skate. If you were the sanity of your family, you've been proving that for years. Now it's time to let them lose their mind, because you're not going to be in the atmosphere to receive all of that hate. Your blessings could be blocked behind their dependency on your anointing. You're the wise one in the family. Everybody and their mama come to you for advice but never take it. When will you allow yourself to stop being used? Because self-love says, I deserve to be where I'm valued, not where I lose value every time I encounter someone. If you knew you were going to win tomorrow, if you knew like everything you've ever desired was waiting on you tomorrow, but everything that was happening in your life today was trying to pull on your attention, would you focus on today or would you prepare for tomorrow? Me, personally, I would prepare for tomorrow. I hope y'all know that's just joining in. This is the 52 Days of Ritual, day 5. These are donation-based rituals, but if you don't have a donation, don't worry about it. I want you to sit your behind down. I ain't even asked for a donation yet. But what I just told y'all was an activation. Because there's many tomorrows. Hear me and hear me clearly. There's many tomorrows. Many. Some of you are just running out of grace. And when you run out of grace, that means you don't have many more mistakes to go. And a lot of you know what I'm saying when I say that, because you've been feeling it. But I need you to fear not. Fear not. Because this was a physical warning about your grace. This was the physical, because you weren't sure of whether you were thinking or what you were thinking was right or not. Like, am I crazy for thinking that way? No, sweetheart. You're running out of grace. And when you run out of grace, that means protection is leaving your life because you keep making the decision to put yourself in danger. Tomorrow, everything's going to change. Prepare for your tomorrows instead of letting today drag you down. Because if today is horrible and everything is hell around you, it's hell around you, not hell within you. But when you take on the responsibilities of everybody else's problems, it becomes hell within you. Now you're losing sleep. You know why you're losing sleep? Because you don't love yourself. Self-love says that's too heavy for me to carry. Self-love says that's too much for me to handle. Self-love says that's not my problem. Because most of you, like I always tell y'all, are dealing with, in this moment right now, repeat offenders. Same problem, different day. Same problem, same people. Different day, same problem, same people, same bill, same struggle, same annoying, same drama, same everything. Ain't nothing changed. 444 on my clock. Why do you keep thinking you're going to save them? If I'm in the middle of the ocean because you're drowning, and I tell you to trust me, I can help you get out of this water, and you panic, you might drown me too. There's no more taking the risk of trying to save people at the expense of losing yourself. You're running out of grace. You know why you're running out of grace? Because you don't love yourself. When you make self-love type decisions, you understand most of you are tapped in anyway. And I'm sorry because it's going to feel like I'm chewing you out. So please forgive me. But I love you, so I have to say this. A lot of you are tapped in, but all you ever do is ignore your intuition. And if you didn't take my intuition course, what I'm about to say probably ain't gonna make no kind of sense to you. But intuition is not some ultimate deep thing that just happens out of nowhere. It's not even divine. Intuition is a tool. It's a guidepost, a compass. But how it is programmed is how it will direct you. So if you're always the savior in your family, when there's nothing going on and nobody's having problems, you're trying to, you're trying to divin up scenarios in your head, hoping that something will go on just so you can be useful to people who don't even care about you. Your intuition is attuned to future issues that could possibly happen. That's why you don't want to leave where you are right now. You're worried about what could go wrong. I'll be worried about what could go right. I could leave today and my life could change forever in the most beautiful way. Or I can stay here and experience the same old, day in and day out. When are you gonna choose you? And I don't know who that was, but my heart it felt like somebody punched me in the center of my chest just now. I hate that feeling. But the one thing that I've learned about that feeling that I just felt in my chest is what's really happening when that feeling, that heaviness hits you in your chest, your heart is actually healing. You just don't give it a chance to. You run from it. Said, I feel called out. If I called you out, I have a hug for you too. I didn't call you out because you're broken. I didn't call you out because you suck at life. I didn't call you out because you're useless. I didn't call you out because you're a piece of crap. I didn't call you out because you're unworthy. I called you out because you're special. I called you out because you're worthy. I called you out because you're perfect. Sometimes you have to come out from amongst them to really see how valuable you were to them. Those thank yous that they give you are full sentences. Even if they, some people ain't even saying thank you, but thank you to them means thank you because I can't wait to use you again, and I know you're gonna let me. How you gonna be set apart being a part of, things that make you feel less than. So yeah, respectfully, I'm calling you out. Because if you want to wake up happy every day, you got to wake up and make decisions that say, I love myself every day. Here's my test. I hope y'all enjoying this ritual thus far. This is a real activation for those that are experiencing it. Here's my homework for you. Tomorrow, unless you have children, tomorrow I want you to turn your phone off. And I do mean turn it off. Turn it off. Just 4 or 5 hours. First thing in the morning, turn it off. And I want you to take a notepad and a piece of paper. I hope you had a piece of paper and a pen this whole time. I forgot to tell you that at the beginning of this. And I want you to document all the things you feel and that you're thinking while your phone is turned off. 4 or 5 hours, tops. 4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours, that's it, tops. I don't need you to do it all day because you don't want to miss the portal ritual tomorrow. 4 or 5 hours, first thing in the morning. Turn it off. Turn it off. And I want you to document everything you feel. I don't care how outlandish the thought form is. I want you to document everything you're thinking about while your phone is off. And I bet you that list will only include you one time. Yes, the phone. Turn it off. 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours, 3 hours for most of you because you got bad anxiety. So I don't need you panicking and have a panic attack and pass out in your crib. 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes. The fact that your phone is even off start making you worry about who could be calling you and what they need. Bruh, it's a test. It's a test and evaluation. Said, I got class tomorrow. That's even better. Turn your phone off. Just a couple hours, a few hours. Watch what I tell you. It can be any time in it. No, I want you to turn your phone off for a few hours during the time that people always blow your phone up. Say, how much did I miss? Damn near the whole thing. We ain't even got to the incantation yet. But you done missed a lot. You missed a chunk, okay? But it's okay. You can always rewatch it on my Instagram page, Wild Wealthy Shaman. During a time where people usually call you a lot, even if you do this homework later on, you know how some of you don't celebrate holidays no more, but your family call you during the holidays, turn it off during that time. Watch. Because I need you to evaluate both sides. In order to love yourself deeper, you're going to have to evaluate how you're allowing other people to love you. Pay attention. Pay attention. You turn your phone off for a couple hours, few hours, 4 or 5, as many as you can go, right? Just don't miss tomorrow's portal ritual, okay? Turn it off. And I want you to evaluate all the thoughts you're having. You're going to even try to think for them. This lets you know where you at in your self-love journey. You even going to try to think for them. You're going to think that they're in danger, in trouble, anything can happen. That's your thoughts towards them. Now you're going to start thinking about the thoughts of them towards you. Oh, why is she not answering her phone? Why you not answering his phone? They so fake. Oh, I guess they feel like they better than me, or I'm getting on their nerves or something. Watch how you try to think for them. That means you're not only codependent on how they love you, you're codependent on illusions. Because you want to be dependent on, because you want people that depend on you to be dependable also. You get what I'm saying? And the homework, it's going to turn you out mentally, but it's going to empower your self-love. Because once you turn that phone back on and them text messages start coming through, why you not answering your phone? Anything could have happened to me. Why you not answering your phone? Am I getting on your nerves? Okay, I ain't gonna bother you today. It just seemed like I'm getting on your nerves. People know exactly what the hell they're doing to you. They just never tell you what they're doing to you because you never complain about it. You don't say nothing. You don't stand up for yourself because of a lack of self love. Well, how do I stand up for myself? By standing up for yourself. No matter how much it hurts. It's only gonna hurt for a little while. Once you understand that people only love you based off of how valuable you are to their life and what they need from you. Because another thing you're gonna notice is how many of them were concerned about you. Most likely none. My family, Shantisha, my family think I'm still out in Mexico on drugs. They think I'm out there like in the jungle, in a teepee, on drugs, losing my mind, playing with the devil. That's what they think. And they can have them thoughts. You think what you want to. Because the person you're concerned for is not even the person I am. Which means even your concern is falling upon a dead reality. I'm not even there. I'm not him. You know what I'm saying? I am. Now all of my family members are blocked. Did it hurt? Yeah. Did I go through the motions of anything can happen to them? What if somebody dies? I always thought the worst. Even my own father. Like, what if my father dies? Like, it'll just be like, they're gonna hate me. No, I need peace. I need peace over unhealthy submission. I need peace over unhealthy codependency. I need peace. And self-love says, stop putting yourself in spaces with people that make you feel afraid all the time, make you worry all the time. The truth is you're doing it to yourself. It's not their fault. Whether they love you or not is up to them. How you allow them to treat you is a direct reflection of how you love yourself. Yep, I created another family and I'm talking to them right now. People that not only hear what I'm saying, take what I'm saying, because I can't help but help. Take what I'm saying, walk with it, run with it, and change their lives. Not only that, give it back to me. Honor me, adore me. Tell me they love me. Started a whole new family. Do I feel bad for it? No. No. No, because I've never felt more loved in my life. The way we love each other is beneficial. When I see y'all shining, I get really happy. When y'all see me do something incredible, y'all get really happy. I don't feel no hate because I'm so big that no hater can fit. See, people I love live in here. Haters live out here. And ain't no space for them out here. Take all their oxygen, all of their room. The people I love, I hold y'all in me. I have an infinite space for you. Haters, I ain't got no room. You couldn't squeeze a sunflower seed past me in a room full of haters. Ain't no room for you. I love y'all 360. Do y'all understand what self-love is now? I'll take a few questions before playing the incantation and giving y'all the final instructions of this ritual and getting the donations from you for this ritual. Any questions? I'm telling you. Don't y'all feel a lot better now? Don't y'all feel a whole lot liberated? Liberated. Your mind is now away from dysfunction. It's away from it. Now. Self-love as a mom. Look at your children. Yeah, get a fresh piece of paper. If you're not experiencing self-love as a mom, okay, where you feel insecure as a mom, remember what I did a few days ago? I told you to ask your children, how are you as a parent? They're most likely going to tell you you're an amazing parent. which improves your self-love. Because they come from your womb, they are a part of you and they are you in a sense, okay? And so you want to take care of yourself. And sometimes you feel like you're not taking care of yourself as you should. Sometimes you're insecure because of what children did to your body. But the truth is, I need you to be an empowered divine feminine. Hear me and hear me clearly. Hear me and hear me clearly. I need you to be an empowered divine feminine, because I don't care what your body looked like after you had children. The fact that you had children means you produce miracles. And in order to produce a miracle, that would make you a what? Come on now. Come on now. If you produce miracles, what does that make you? A goddess, a creator, good, a miracle. That makes you a miracle, which means you're worthy even when you feel worthless. So I need you to go look at yourself in the mirror and say, everything I produce from within me has life in it. So when I tell myself I love me, I breathe life into the codex of love for self. What about if I haven't made humans? Then understand that even you're a woman, it's not only about making humans. Women go through the process of pregnancy and birth often. Everything that comes from you is birth. I know, I'm a man. Oh, he's a man. What do you know about it? Because I came from a miracle. Everything you produce, everything you put your hands to is a miracle, because it was incubated and fed, prayed for, prayed into inside of you first. Said, okay, this is deep. What if the kid does not like the parent and speaks poorly of them? If your child is speaking poorly of you, it doesn't say much about who you are as a parent. It's not always about you, unless you were a horrible parent. But if you weren't a horrible parent, they're judging you based off of their perceptions of life and what they can't get from you anymore. Some children don't ever want to grow up. It took me to turn 31. No, it took me to turn 31 to actually want to be a man. That took a long time. I was highly dependent upon my father. My mother crossed over in 2017. It's highly dependent upon my father. And it's the worst kind of dependency. They gonna speak bad about you. They gonna speak bad about you because they're ungrateful for what you've done for them already. I love my father. As evil as that man is, I love my father, because without him, I wouldn't be here. I'm grateful for him because he was able to take care of me long enough until I decided to take care of myself. Say hard to you for your loss. I didn't lose nothing. My mom that crossed over in 2017 gets on my nerves. You understand? I'm a dimensional shaman, which means I see my mother often. She ain't went nowhere. I feel for people who don't have that connection. I'm gonna need you to dig deep and reconnect with your loved ones that have crossed over. And I promise you're gonna get on here and say the same thing. My mama gets on my nerves. Like when I say she be everywhere, she be everywhere. I could be in having one of them dreams. And she'll bust in the room. Hey son, how are you? What do you mean? What do you mean? How am I? I was doing good. I was doing good. Hey, just wanted to check on you. Well, you couldn't have picked a better time. My God. Then I gotta tell them to stop touching me. You see my mama right there. Jeez. But yeah, mom, I'm doing good. How are you? Where are you? Bruh, everywhere. She ain't stopped being my mother. My mom ain't never bust in on me in the physical, but in the spirit realm, there she is. If I'm in a dimension acting an ass and I'm knocking stuff over, there she is. Now, you know you shouldn't even be doing that. Sometimes you won't even say nothing. You know your parents so well that the look got a whole sentence in it. I'm in a dimension fighting, but the way I'm fighting is kind of savage because it was poking at me. I see my mother out the corner of my eye and she like, Ma! You know what I'm saying? Don't feel sorry for my loss. Feel excited for my gain because she be out there working. Like, she be out there working. I ain't never seen a spirit work so hard. You know what I'm saying? Because she crossed, it allowed me to walk into the other side without fear because I had to go find her and see how she was doing. You picked the 2 people for the self-love box. Who'd you pick? Yeah, mom be giving me the look. Any mediums in here, if you feel my mother around, she'll give you the look. Like, ho, what you looking at? Yeah, my mama don't play. She don't play. But that's why I love my mother. And she was the first person to show me she accepted my spiritual path after she crossed. Such is life. Such is life. As a parent, you never stop being a parent. Just the way you parent changes. Your children are gonna go through phases. Your children are gonna go through phases where they don't like you. So when I feel your mom, I feel how proud she is of you. Thank you. Thank you. When she first crossed over, I was out in Costa Rica, right? And on my way back, or when I got back to the city in 2017, the end of 2017, I had did my first lecture ever. And I was so nervous. And the night before the lecture, I went to sleep and I popped up. She was teaching at a school in the spirit realm. Right? It's my mother. She's just that person. And she fought for women's rights. She fought for women who dealt with domestic violence. So that's why my audience is 95% women, because I'm continuing my mother's legacy. Straight up. Like, but I saw her. She was working in the school and I'm walking down the hallway and she come out. She goes, "Hey, son." She goes, "Hey, son." I go, "Hey, mom." And she goes, "Let me introduce you to some people." It was 2 twins, like these ladies, they were twins. And like, I guess like the principal or something like that. She's like, "Look, y'all, this is my son. I'm so proud of him. He about to do his first lecture." I had a breakdown immediately because a lot of times we think our ancestors are not watching. No, they're watching. They're waiting. Not only are they waiting, they cheering us on. She was too excited. She's like, he about to do his first lecture. She's like, "Come on, let me introduce you to some more people." She's never been freer. She said, "That's crazy because I have dealt with abuse. Most of you have. Most of you have. That's why I'm very protective over women. Can't tell me nothing. I love women more than the average man is supposed to love women because I'll do anything to see you happy. I'll do anything to protect you. I'll do anything to make sure you feel safe. I'm just continuing my mother's legacy." They be so excited for you. But let me give you this little tidbit here for those of you who want to connect with your deceased loved ones, okay? If you want to connect, I'm in an abusive relationship right now. It's okay. Opportunity's coming for you. I declare it. Opportunity's coming for you. And you will be able to make an exit without having to lose yourself. Mark my words. But everything is a currency. Nothing is free. You think your ancestors are just sitting on a cloud watching you. No, there's a charge for that. That's why you'll find when you see your ancestors in the spirit realm, they're working. They still have jobs. My mom done had hella jobs. She's like the mom from Everybody Hates Chris, I swear. But she's had hella jobs, you understand? So she'd be able to have enough currency to come visit me. That's why we burn ancestor money. That's why we leave offerings. You understand? That's why we leave offerings. It's an exchange of currency. which allows them to work in our lives and allow us to send work into theirs. That simple. So if you're trying to connect with your ancestors, first of all, say your ascended ancestors, because your drunk Uncle Tony don't need to be in your house. You don't want him in your house. The reason you don't want him in your house is because you're going to be one. I'm telling you, if you don't feed your ancestors, they're going to eat off of you. So if you have an ancestor who haven't ascended yet, all of a sudden you're going to pick up a drinking habit. Some of you are eating too much as of lately because you won't feed your ancestors. So where else are they going to eat? I just gave you another gem and another activation because they've been asking for things. You're not having cravings, you're having requests. I'm telling you, when I want honey buns, and I do mean honey buns, I mean honey buns on top of honey buns, and I want some pound cake, you know what I'm saying? And I want to go get some banana pudding and dumb amounts of cheesecake, that's my mother. She wants it. If I eat it, she got to come get it off me. Understand the difference. Some of you have cravings like you're pregnant. You want pickles and peanut butter. That don't even make no sense. First of all, but I ain't a woman, so I don't understand. I can't produce a child, so I don't understand. But you want pickles and peanut butter. It's a strange craving. You know it's not you, and you know you're not pregnant. It's a request of an ancestor. Say, how do you set up your altar? I'm going to have to do a whole... It's going to be a ritual during this 52 days for that. And I'm going to have y'all set up your altars while we're live. Excuse me, got the hiccups. You know what I'm saying? I've been craving meat. Are you like vegan? If you're vegan, that might be a craving or that might be an ancestor. If you're just craving the meat itself, then that's a regular craving. But if you're craving the meat a certain type of way, like you know exactly how you want it and you know exactly how it's going to taste, you can visualize it easy in your head, it's probably a request from your ancestors. Like me, I can visualize like, oh, just like that. Like my mom liked liver and onions. I hate liver. Who eats liver? I should probably eat it though. I heard it's really good for you. But my mom liked liver and onions. Anytime I think in my head, damn, that sounds good, I know it's her. But that's not for today's ritual. Today's ritual is self-love. She liked it. I thought it was a pork chop smothered in gravy, so I tried to sneak a bite one night while it was still cold in the refrigerator. It's the worst decision I ever made. You know what it tasted like? It tasted like I was eating wet cotton. That's what it tastes like. I was like, yeah, no, I don't know about this. I don't know, but this ain't what it's supposed to be. This ain't what it's supposed to. But easily, you connect with your loved ones. First of all, you want to call to your ascended ancestors only. Not the ones that's still stuck here. You don't even want to talk to them because they're going to be making requests. And if you don't know how to venerate spirits properly or work with them and help them ascend, you're going to go through hell. So you want to talk to your ascended ancestors. You just want to light a candle and leave a glass of water. Don't be over dramatic. Just hold the candle in your hand and say, this is for my ascended ancestors. Ascended means they're good, okay? You don't ascend unless you're good. You can't go up if you live down. You get what I'm saying? Just naturally. You know what I'm saying? So hold the candle. Say, this is an offering for my ascended ancestors, and here's a glass of cool water, and I would love to communicate with you, and I would love to bond with you, and I would love to understand you better. You don't know who's ascended. That's why I say just say ascended ancestors. Don't make it difficult. They'll come. There's ancestors I've seen that I ain't never met. Because they were lifetimes ago. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy. Yeah, I need to put some stuff on my mom's altar tonight. Her altar just all dark and stuff. I know she's sitting there looking at me like, you ghetto. I know, mama. I know, sometimes. So, we're getting ready to start the final portion of this ritual. I'm getting ready to start the final portion of this ritual. Also get you some ancestor money. It's currency. Okay, it's other side currency. The Jade Emperor handles the bank accounts of the other side. Okay, your spiritual bank account, which means you have one too. Just a heads up for those. Get on Amazon, get you some ancestor money. You can get this. You can get the 10 billion, 10 quadrillion notes, whatever. Write your ancestors' names on it and let them know it's an offering for them. Get you some ancestor money. I got stacks. Stacks. Shantasia and Goddess Vibe got the box. Congratulations on receiving the self-love box. Ooh, y'all gonna love it. Amazon got a spiritual shop around the corner. For your ancestor money, go to Amazon. The spiritual shop boosting the hell out of that price. Went on Amazon, this and 6 more this thick. With this amount, 6 more this thick only cost me $9. At the spiritual shop, it's gonna be $25. Only get certain stuff from the spiritual shop. How you gonna boost the price of fake money? That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them play with you. Only get certain stuff from the spiritual shop. It is a business. You gotta remember that. I pay $1. If you go to the Chinese store, they got a whole aisle with all of this on it. They got the blank notes, and then they got the ancestral debit card, but we ain't gonna go there today. You know what I'm saying? Here goes the instructions for tonight's ritual. Yeah. Be resourceful. Don't be desperate. Be resourceful. Okay? Here goes the instructions for the final portion of tonight's ritual. I didn't channel a code yet. I'll let y'all know a code in a moment. Y'all got work to do before I put this code in. You know what I'm saying? Yep, they can still be ancestors. You don't need to know them. That's why I said call to your ascended ancestors. Those are the ones that are good. They're good. They're fine. I didn't come up with a code yet. My instructions is on a piece of paper. I want you to write your name. You can see the pattern every day when I go live for the 52 days of ritual. I want you to write your name on a piece of paper. I want you to write your name on a piece of paper. And I want you to write all of your insecurities, including the ones you were too embarrassed to write about in this live stream when you were commenting what they were. I want you to write all those out. And next to them, I want you to write the direct opposite. I'm challenging you to write the direct opposite. After you write the direct opposite, I want you to cross out the insecurity. So if you're afraid of public speaking, on the other side of that, you're gonna write, I'm a great public speaker. If you're insecure about the size of your body, like you feel like you're too fat, I want you to write, I'm at a healthy weight. Although today ain't the health ritual where we're gonna talk about weight. I got that one coming up in the 52 days too. You know what I'm saying? I want you to write, said there are too many, write them all. Not playing, this ain't gonna be easy. Do that work. I want you to write your insecurities on a piece of paper. Many pieces of paper if that's what it takes, because I'm gonna play this mantra about 15 minutes. For about 15 minutes, you got time, I'm not rushing you, because this is a part of the ritual. I want you to write that down, and on the opposite side of the insecurity, I want you to write the direct opposite of the insecurity. Said this one is tough, but it's gonna be liberating. Just watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Y'all ready for this mantra, man? OMG. Thank you for the instrumental worship music. Thank ya. I wonder how loud it is. I gotta make sure it's not too loud. Self-love is the mantra, self-love. Oh, yeah. Said I'm bad at homework. That's why you're doing it right now. Live while you watching. You got it. You got it. Even if you only write a few things, the reason I'm having you write the direct opposite, you don't have to screen record. I don't want these mantras screen recorded. You're going to have to watch the replay on my Instagram, Wild Wealthy Shaman, okay? Be careful. I don't want these screen recorded. But the reason I'm having you write the direct opposite is because we're getting ready to change realities. So there's the version of you that is insecure. right? There's the version of you that's insecure. And then there's the version of you that is completely secure. Completely secure. And on the opposite of all the insecurities you're going to write about yourself as if you're completely secure. So if you lack confidence, if you say, I don't have any confidence, that's one of your insecurities. On the opposite side of that, I want you to write, I have all the confidence in the world. But I'm not going to tell you what to write on the opposite because I'm challenging your consciousness. I need you to develop a masterful way of thinking and empowering yourself to demonstrate self-love. That's what today's ritual is. Let's get to it. Wait till y'all hear this mantra right here. This thing cold, bro. Here we go. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access, self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason, self-love is the so you're just gonna keep bringing the fire. 52 days of ritual, 52 new mantras / incantations.
I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access, self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access, self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access, self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the
yes,
reason.
Yes, you can, Antonio. Try.
The reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps
matter of fact, I can't is an insecurity.
I love me, I love me, I love me.
Write that down. And on the other side, write I can.
Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself.
Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself.
Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation.
I don't know what my insecurities are. What are you afraid of?
Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my
that's an insecurity.
Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission.
Are you ever worried about not being able to meet your goals? That's an insecurity.
Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it.
Loving me right, ain't no other love like it.
Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me.
I take my self-love and I hold it above me.
Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest.
Run it back.
Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it, self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful.
Just feel it for a moment.
Security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me.
You caught that blessings on auto.
Self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto,
self-love is elevation, it keeps me the highest.
Self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love
feels good, doesn't it?
Life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the
it makes me happy.
I'm like living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life.
So as I cross out the insecurity, I'm writing the positive and thinking these are the things I can do too.
So righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it, self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it.
Yes, cross out on side one.
Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it
good job.
Manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living my vision, self-love brings a profit, self-love brings a change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I take my self-worth and I raise it above me, self-love gives me access, self-love has a price, self-love is the breath and the meaning of life, self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself, loving me is the way, loving me is so righteous, loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto, self-love is the reason,
thank you all for tapping the screen.
Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision.
You're right, 150,000 likes.
Change, self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me.
Y'all ready for this code?
I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is
said I've suppressed a lot of my insecurities.
Loving me right.
As long as you write the opposite.
Self-love is legit, and yes, you should
It's
try
fine.
it.
Don't be
Self-love
guilty.
elevation, it keeps me the highest.
Be firm
Self-love
about
is the
not
mantra.
ever
Self-love
feeling
is the
insecure
motto.
again.
Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is
The
reason.
code is
Self-love is the mission.
888
Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision.
4452.
Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations.
888 4452. You're going to write it at the bottom.
And I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security. Spade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the
Hold on,
reason
y'all
I'm
didn't
living
ask
my
for the
vision.
donation
Self-love
yet
brings
for
a
this
profit.
ritual.
Self-love brings a change. Self-love
Relax.
keeps manifestations
Hold on a
and
moment.
range.
Hold
I love
strong.
me, I
Hold
love me,
tight.
I love me, I love me. I take myself worth and I raise it above me. Self-love
888-4452.
gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning
888-4452.
of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security. Spade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision.
You can write it at the top. It don't matter where you write it as long as you write it.
Manifestations and range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security. Spade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra.
These are donation-based rituals. If you can't make a donation on the day of the ritual, that's fine. But every day is a different donation. Just a heads up.
Self-love brings a change.
I love y'all too.
I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take myself worth.
Day 5 of the 52 days of ritual almost complete. Can y'all believe we going 52 days, bruh? 52 of them.
Loving myself, loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security. Spade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest.
Say why number 52 days?
Self-love is the reason.
It's just something I love.
Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit.
What's the opposite of being taken advantage of? Being secure and safe and protected.
And I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath.
Self-finished. Woo, it was more than I thought. It's okay.
Health and security. Spade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is
what it is, love.
So righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit.
We're going to pack it out tomorrow, though.
Manifestations and range. I love me.
Tomorrow is the portal code.
I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security. Spade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way.
You should be crossing the bad out once you write its opposite.
Love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest.
Tonight's ritual is simple.
Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto.
Or simple for y'all.
The reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason.
Same time tomorrow. Yep, my cash app's still the same. Same time tomorrow between 1. It'll most likely be at 3 o'clock CST, 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time.
And I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security. Spade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security. Spade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so right. righteous, loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love.
I'll package these up for sale like on my website. I'm not putting them on no streaming platforms. These aren't affirmations. These are rituals. And I'm going to sell them just like that if I sell them.
Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love.
I got to protect my work. Streaming don't protect it. That's when people come with their little remixes and they want to change the words up and they want to play around with it. I'm not having that. I'll just sell the audio on my website and you can download it to your phone and listen. It just won't be on the platform. Just me protecting my magic. If I make a song, that's different. If I make a song, that's different. But nah. I know it sounds like I'm being difficult, ain't it? That's because I'm sensitive about my shit.
Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself.
If you said my head is feeling pressure,
so righteous,
deep breaths.
Right? Ain't no other love like it.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
And yes, you should try.
Hold your head. Squeeze it. Deep breaths in your head. Try to breathe into your head. If you don't know how to breathe into your head, you'll feel it when you squeeze your head. Okay?
Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifesting.
Opposite of feeling needed. Totally provided for.
I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life.
Squeeze, breathe in like 4 or 5 times, and then throw your arms out of your crown. Throw them. Don't. No. Throw them. Throw them.
And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the
highest. The TikTok is only showing me your lives only on odd number days. You got to turn on the post notifications, the live notifications. There should be an option in here.
Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love.
I'm live every day. 3 o'clock p.m. CST.
Take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me.
I'm not sure Antonio's still here.
Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest.
The opposite of codependency is independency. Like seriously, independency.
The reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me.
Yes, you can.
Access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto.
I'm not sure. Google what time Pacific time would be. I'm not sure. I don't know the time zone differences.
Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change.
Said being too emotional, the opposite.
I love me. I love me.
Being emotionally secure.
Raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful.
Too emotional. Being too emotional is simply saying you lack the ear to pour these emotions into. So when you're emotionally secure, you don't have to overshow your emotions. Okay.
Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good.
We almost done. Hold tight, everybody.
Loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right.
I'll have you all send your donations in a moment. Just
yes, you should try it.
Hold tight.
It keeps me
do the work I'm telling you to do.
Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it.
Late in London, early in Germany. Well, it's early everywhere. Early in London, early in Germany. Sheesh.
Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a
being impulsive. What's the opposite? Being well thought out.
I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it up.
Impulsiveness means you didn't think it through. You just did it. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna say you're you analyze well now. Well thought out or analyze analyze well. It's the opposite of impulsive.
Right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra, self-love is the motto, self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason, self-love is the mission, self-love is the reason I'm living.
The opposite for people who always leave, being secure with them leaving, being secure with not having to keep people. No one belongs to me like that. You're welcome. The back of my neck and shoulders are hurting just like yesterday. Y'all got a lot of stuff pent up in your body that goes against your self-worth. Rub it. Rub it and tell it I love you. Today is different.
Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision.
I love you too. Whatever's hurting, rub it and tell it I love you. If your head is hurting, squeeze it, breathe it, and let it go. Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the
Thank you for sending it.
Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous.
Oh yeah, that felt good. That was a good stretch.
Self-love is legit. Yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings.
That's what I needed right there.
Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings the profit.
Self-love videos. Thank you.
Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me.
Self-sabotage. The opposite of self-sabotage is follow through. You can only self-sabotage something you didn't complete. If you completed it, it's not really self-sabotage. It's just something that you created that's not working. So self-sabotage, the opposite would be follow through.
Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto.
Said, wow, that worked. But you thought I was lying? But you thought I was lying? I'm not lying to you.
Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way.
What about friend attachments? Say healthy attachments. The opposite would be healthy attachments.
Yes, you should try it.
And before anybody say it's not healthy to be attached to anything, not everybody's trying to be a monk, okay? Some people like being attached to things. There's nothing wrong with it. You live your life and you ascend how you choose. I love you too.
I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me.
Said I had pain in my stomach. Are you going to fast this week? 24 hours.
The breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest.
Independence, because you feel worthless unless you're pouring into others. You need full-blown independence, so call it healthy independence. Whenever you choose, and the amount of time, the amount of time you choose to fast is up to you too. As long as you recognize that you're fasting in order to cleanse in what's in your body that's been keeping you stuck.
When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right.
So I can't believe they only needed to be loved. I told you the ritual self-love today.
Elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living.
Yep, it'll be posted on my Instagram page, Wild Wealthy Shaman.
Manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath
and the meaning of life.
Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade.
When I'm loving myself,
loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right.
Ain't no other love like it.
Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings the profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me.
I take my self-love and I raise it above me.
Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra.
It feels so good to me.
Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason.
Every time I say I love myself, I get chills. Every time you get a chill when you say you love yourself, is an activation within you. That's a good thing.
I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me.
Said my grandma hates these rituals and I got you blasting through my speakers. Tell grandma I love her. Don't be like that.
health, insecurities fade when I'm loving myself.
Tell your grandma I
Loving me is the
love
way,
her.
Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto.
What is the
Self-love is
opposite
reason my
from
blessings
I
on
will
auto. Self-love is
always
the
be
reason. Self-love
alone?
is the mission. Self-love is the reason
I'm
living my
worthy
vision. Self-love brings
of
the profit.
righteous
Self-love brings
company.
the change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision.
I managed to say I love myself 3 times before I broke down. That's progress.
I love me, I love me, I love me.
You can't get this nowhere. That's why y'all gotta be a part of this 52 days. I might release them.
Breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good.
I haven't decided.
When I'm loving
But I'm
myself.
over
Loving
being
me is the way,
popular.
loving me is so
I could drop any
right.
of these
Loving me right.
incantations and get
Self-love is
1.2 million,
Self-love
2.5
elevation
million
keeps me the
views.
highest. Self-love is the mantra.
But popularity don't pay me.
Reason my blessings on auto.
This is
Self-love the reason.
I'm
Self-love is the mission.
working on my
Self-love is the reason
brand.
I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit.
So,
Self-love brings a change.
if I release
Self-love
these,
keeps
it's gonna be released right.
manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me.
Said, oh my, I feel so much joy. And you better.
Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving
What's
me
the
is way,
opposite of
loving me is so
sabotaging a
righteous.
relationship?
Loving me right. Ain't no other
Connected
love like it. Self-love is
security.
legit.
Call
Yes,
it
you should try
connected
Self-love
security.
elevation. It
Because
keeps
a
me
lot of
the
times
highest.
we
Self-love
get with
is the
people
motto.
and we
Self-love
feel
is
like
the
that's
motto.
where we're
Self-love
supposed to
is the
be
reason my
at, but then we
blessings on
fear
auto.
that
Self-love
everything's
is the
going to
reason.
fall
Self-love
apart,
is
so
the
we try to
mission. Self-love is the
sabotage it
reason
before
I'm
it
living
hurts
my
us.
vision.
So
Self-love brings a
connected
profit. Self-love
security.
brings a change. Self-love, it keeps
I'll let y'all know what to do when
manifestations
y'all
in range.
when we're
I
done.
love me, I love
Okay?
me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation. It keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason.
The opposite of shyness is
Self-love
confidence.
the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when
The
I'm loving
opposite of
myself. Loving me is
anxiety
the
would
way.
be
Loving me
peace.
is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no
Peace
other
of
love
mind,
like it.
peace of
Self-love is
heart,
legit.
peace of body,
And yes, you
peace of
should try
soul.
it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other
The
love like it.
opposite
Self-love
of
is legit.
savior
And yes, you should try it.
complex.
Self-love's elevation, it keeps me
That's
the
a good one.
highest.
Give me a
Self-love
second.
is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason
The
I'm living
opposite
my
of
vision. Self-love brings
savior
a profit. Self-love
complex.
brings a change.
'Cause
Self-love
that's a
keeps
good one.
manifestations in range.
Because
I
the
love me,
only
I
way,
love
I don't
me,
know
I
the
love me, I
exact
love me. I
term for
take
the
my self-worth
opposite
and I
of
raise it
savior
above me.
complex,
Self-love gives me
but I
access.
know
Self-love has a price.
the
Self-love is the
opposite
breath and the
sentence
meaning
for
of
savior
life. Self-love is
complex.
so peaceful and good for my health.
And that's, I
Insecurities
can't
fade
save
when I'm
everyone.
loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no
Unnecessary
other love like it.
anger,
Self-love is legit.
necessary
And yes, you should try it.
happiness.
Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love
The
is
opposite of
reason I'm
victim
living my
is
vision.
victor.
Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me,
Victim
I love me, I love
mentality,
me, I love me.
victor
I take my self-worth
mentality.
and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving
We
myself.
almost
Loving
done.
me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right. Ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit. And yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful.
Said the
and good for
feelings
my
of
health,
shame,
insecurities fade when
if
I'm
shame
loving
is your
myself. Loving me
insecurity,
is the
then
way, loving me is so
self-acceptance would be the
righteous. Loving me
opposite.
right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is
Feeling
the
not
motto.
good
Self-love is
enough,
reason
the
my blessings
opposite
on
would be
auto.
worthy.
Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings the profit.
You're
Self-love
welcome.
brings
That's
the
what we're
change.
doing this
Self-love
for.
keeps
It's a
manifestations
ritual
and rain.
slash
I love me,
class
I love me, I
slash
love me,
coaching
I love me.
slash
I take myself
activation
worth and I raise it
slash
above.
slash
Self-love
slash
gives me
slash.
access.
That's why I'm
Self-love
doing
has a
this.
price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it.
Stress with
Self-love is
ascending.
legit, and yes, you should try it.
Let me
Self-love's
pause this
elevation,
real
it
quick
keeps
so
me
I
the
can break this
highest.
down for you. Because I know you probably, a lot of people in here that's just passing through talking ish in their head, you're not going to want to hear this because you're probably one of them spiritualists. But ascension is an illusion. Okay? Ascension is an illusion. You come from your origin before you ever had an existence in this place is from an ascended space. You are already ascended. Well, if I was ascended, I wouldn't be down here on earth. Why not? This is a realm just like the next realm you're going to. You are already ascended. Ascension is an illusion. You're not going any higher. You're not getting any stronger. In this time, you're unbecoming all of the things that are keeping you away from your true strength. But you are already ascended. Said we are divine having a human experience. I can't even agree with that statement. I won't say we're divine having a human experience. I think we're allowing the human to experience us. That's why there's such a fight between what you desire to be and what your body is allowing you to be, because it's experiencing us. We have this broad perspective of everything we want to be, but it seems like there's limitations. And I know what I'm saying is a fact because we argue with our bodies like, come on now, why can't you do it? We're not having a human experience. The humans getting to experience us.
Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation.
So the opposite of what you said,
self-love is the mantra.
like fear with ascension or problems with ascension, just on the other side, right? I am ascended.
Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living.
Which means my growth automatic.
Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right.
Social anxiety, confidence.
Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the
selflessness. The opposite is selfishness.
Self-love is the reason. Self-love
don't hold any
mission.
negative to it.
Reason I'm living my vision.
It's okay to be selfish.
Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me.
Y'all writing hell of them down, huh? 555 on the clock.
Self-love has a price.
You making the change right now.
Life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit.
Hey, he got a computer while you were gone.
Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto.
Yo,
the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings
the opposite of anxious would be calm.
Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me.
You ready for a track or what? What, to hear y'all on a track? Yeah, finally. Hurry up.
Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health. Insecurities fade when I'm loving myself. Loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation.
I want to hear a record quick.
Self-love is the mantra. Self-love
Yeah, I'm saying
is
not
the
quick.
motto.
Take your time,
Self-love is the
because if
reason
it sounds
my
horrible, I'm gonna
blessings
say
on
something.
auto. Self-love is the
Take your
reason.
time.
Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living.
I'm
my
just
vision.
excited.
Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love, it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take myself.
I'll drink some water when I get off of here.
Self-love gives me
Well, I'm
access.
almost
Self-love
done.
has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right, ain't no other love like it. Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest. Self-love is the mantra. Self-love is the motto. Self-love is the reason my blessings.
Carrying burdens. The opposite of carrying burdens is releasing weight
Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings
that doesn't belong to me.
Manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the
I didn't tell you to add the mantra. That wasn't the instruction. You're doing the extras. But all power to you for that. I'll give y'all instructions on what to do with it in a moment. We almost done. Be patient. Be patient.
It keeps me the highest.
I hear bells. I'm tingling. You activating.
Self-love is the reason my blessings on auto. Self-love is the reason. Self-love is the mission. Self-love is the reason I'm living my vision. Self-love brings a profit. Self-love brings a change. Self-love it keeps manifestations in range. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I take my self-worth and I raise it above me. Self-love gives me access. Self-love has a price. Self-love is the breath and the meaning of life. Self-love is so peaceful and good for my health and security's fade. When I'm loving myself, loving me is the way. Loving me is so righteous. Loving me right,
ain't no other love like it.
Self-love is legit, and yes, you should try it. Self-love's elevation, it keeps me the highest.
Come on now. Come on now. Said I'm passing gas. You just releasing. Is it just me, or while we're doing the mantras, the screen get brighter over here on TikTok? I ain't tripping, right? I go from having like a normal bright tone to like yo. The opposite of, if you're insecure about your body type, you want to write the compliment on the opposite of that. You know, fine as hell, sexy as ever, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Gorgeous. You want to write that. And how you get rid of it tonight is up to you. I love fire, so I burn everything. But you don't have to burn it if you can't burn it. You can, just don't flush it down the toilet. Y'all stop doing that. Stop flushing things down the toilet. Piss and shit go down the toilet. That's it. And maybe throw up. You know what I'm saying? Don't flush no spiritual nothing down the toilet, because it's a shitty place. You get what I'm saying? But you can get rid of it in water. You can smush it around the water till it's soft and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? And then, but I want you to take that outside and I want you to pour it in the earth. If you're an earth type person, you know, you love the mountains, you love the trees, the grass, the forest, the flowers. I want you to take yours. I want you to fold it up as small as you can and bury it. Okay? Bury it, but not yet, y'all. Just hold on, hold tight. I want you to bury it. If you're a wind type, if you love wind, if you're wind, air, you know what I'm saying? I want you to tear it up into little pieces, and I want you to take it outside and throw it in the air. It's paper. It can't really be littering because it's biodegradable, which means the earth will take it. Okay? It'll take it. Just take some time. People be like, you littering. Like, hold on now. If you're water, you want to put it in water, and you want to smush it around until it's gone. Get your hands in there, smush it around until it's gone. And then you want to pour that water in the dirt outside. Okay? But not yet, not yet. I'm going to say this prayer over this. So for all of the beings who participated in this ritual this evening, self-love is the motto, self-love is the mission. We doing magic that make they soul glisten. I declare that all beings that have written the opposite of their insecurities, I declare that each one of them start walking in that opposite. The opposite of their insecurities, I declare they feel secure in all ways, and that the atmospheres that they're in begin to make them feel secure, or that atmosphere will spit them out of it and they will walk into the greatest life they've ever seen of security, where everything around them wraps them in love and allows them to be their most confident selves. I declare security over the lives of each and every person. that is a part of this ritual, that did the homework and wrote the code out. For those that sent the donation or about to, because I didn't even tell y'all to do it yet. Oh, Lord. Those that will send a donation and those that could not afford to send a donation, I activate this ritual for them right now. And I declare that they wake up tomorrow feeling so much self-love and that they start to feel so secure in themselves that every change that they make says, I love myself. I declare that every movement says, I love myself. I declare that every conversation says, I love myself. I declare that everything that they do, see, hear, speak, perceive, do, think about, whatever says, I love myself. Let I love myself be the movement of their feet and the rhythm of their breath. Ashe, and it is so. Now y'all can get rid of it. Now y'all can get rid of it. Moderators, please put my Cash App in the comments, please. I don't know. I feel awkward asking for the donation for these rituals in the beginning. I could do it that way, but how do you know if you want to be a part of it until I start talking? You dig? I'm a fire guy, but I don't want to burn anything in my family's house. Walk it down the street. Walk it down the street. I understand if you live with people, that's how they are. What are you burning? That stinks. Stop burning. Man, shut up. Man, shut up. Boy, if you don't stop. You know what I mean? Yeah, get rid of it according to your element. Not the element from your birth chart. Y'all know I don't even go around with that. Not the element from your birth chart, the element you identify with the most. Not because somebody told you that's what you should identify with, but the one where you see it and it catches your attention and you stare at it and it makes you happy. That's your element. That's your element. Okay? That's the one I want you to use to get rid of this tonight. So I don't give a damn if your birth chart say you all water. If you look at fire and it makes you smile, that's how you better do it. Water and fire. Pick one. If you all four of them, if you're etheric, I should say, because all four will equal spirit, right? So they say. If you're etheric, then just pick one. Just pick one. Anyone. Yes, you can burn it tomorrow as long as you get rid of it. Because whatever element you use to get rid of it is the activation of it, okay? Said, what if I don't got one? Everybody got one. Everybody has an element they like. Can we burn it then blow it outside? Yes, you can. Everybody got an element they like. Nuri. Not Nuri. You don't have no element you like. How are you alive right now? You gotta like air. You can't not like air. Are you saying what? Like an addiction? You can fold it any way you want to. Nuri, I'm confused on what you're saying. Explain it. I'm thinking you saying you don't like an element because chopping is not an element. Yeah, you can tear it up at the ocean. But if you're going to tear it up at the ocean, you know that's the greatest body of the mother. So you make sure she's okay with you putting that in the water. Or you're going to tear it up at the ocean and then a wave going to come knock you on your ass cheeks. You better ask permission. Someone said we buying your Cash App. What? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, don't play with the water. You already know. Spirits of the water they're not so nice. When you do some rude stuff. You're burning the whole paper. You can fold the paper any way you want to. Someone said we burning your Cash App. Oh, what? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Oh, look, I'm sitting here like that. I can't even laugh. I can't even laugh at it. I wish I found it funny. I don't know what it means. I missed the joke. Now that was funny. I missed the hell out the joke. Yep, all donations to the Cash App. Oh, it means I'm stacking paper? Nah. My PayPal's on my website. It's The Bakery. TheBaqury. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens when people pocket watch. You imagine that 169 people in my live right now are sending me a donation, but that's not happening. That's not what's going on. That's not what's happening here. I wish. Yeah, it's okay. However you get rid of it is up to you. You okay? You can go to bed now. The PayPal is The Bakery. TheBaqury. Said you really are a gifted person. Thank you for your knowledge. You're most welcome. Oh, we're going to have a cord cutting ritual during this 52 days of ritual. You just got to stick around. And for those of you in here pocket watching with your weird self, would you prefer I charge $150 like I actually do for rituals, for personal rituals for everybody in here? That'd be screwed up, would it not? That'd be messed up. These are donation based, which means whatever you can afford, which means I'm doing everyone a favor, including people who couldn't afford it. Don't pocket watch. That's weird. That's broke people behavior. When you see a millionaire, do you say, damn, they got a lot of money? Or do you say, damn, how do you make money? I'd rather ask, how do you make money? I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn how to what's they say? How to get that sale. Can I keep this paper or do I really need to throw it out? No, throw it out. Throw it out. The reason I want you to throw it out, the reason I want you to destroy it, okay? This is the reason why I'm going to give you the reason why, because I know some people thinking they want to keep it so they can look at it and review it. The reason I want you to throw it out is because I had you write your insecurities on the other side. It's crazy to say, but some of you are so used to being insecure that if you read the things that make you feel secure and confident, you might try to uncover the insecurity just to go back through it again. I'm having you destroy it so energetically speaking, the goodness that's coming into your life, that's about to flood into your life, will be on automatic. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you reading your insecurities thinking I ain't got through that yet. I want you to feel the feeling of getting through it. Not just knowing you got through it. I want you to see the results in your life. So if you forget it, it works better. You know what I'm saying? It works more efficiently in your life. But when you remember all of your insecurities, you got to go read the same sheet of paper every day that contains your insecurities. You end up bringing that energy back into your life and you end up empowering it. Remember what I told you a few days ago when we first started the 52 days of ritual? Sometimes you empower who you used to be so much that it becomes stronger than who you desire to be. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That's when the old you start making excuses and them excuses start to make sense. You don't want to do that. This live is posted on my Instagram page, or it will be as soon as I get off. So I love your laugh. Thank you. I be cracking up. I be cracking the hell up. I don't know about everybody else. I'm a laughing person. I'll be laughing. You understand? And tomorrow's ritual, for those that have to go right now, tomorrow's ritual is the portal ritual. You know tomorrow's 11/11. Said one more thing. You sound like the grandpa from, what's that show with Jackie? And one more thing. What's the opposite of excuses? Action. Said all these gurus getting paid off of repeating the same info. We've already have grown ages ago. Bruh, And I think that's why I get so up in arms when people got a problem with me taking donations. I don't care if you see 20,000 people watching and 20,000 people send me $100 a piece. Like, what's the problem with me making money off what I'm doing when I'm giving you information you ain't never even heard before? It ain't regurgitated because I don't study other gurus. Some of that information is very displeasing to my heart when I get on, Jackie Chan Adventures, that's what it was called. Some of that information is very displeasing to my heart when I hear it because I know it's a lie. Not even that it's a lie. It's just incompatible with what y'all call the next phase of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them make you feel worried just so you can come back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if you do this, then your third eye gonna be calcified and you're not gonna be able to ascend. So can I ask your pronouns? I don't really do the pronoun thing, but I respect people with pronouns. I'm still learning how to respect it. Honestly, I'm not even gonna cap with you. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm still learning. Antonio's teaching me too, because Antonio is a he, him. If you gonna call me anything as far as pronoun goes, call me God, King. You know what I'm saying? Those are my pronouns. But I respect it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm one of them people that was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not calling you ignorant if you ain't with pronouns. I'm just saying I was. And I was allowing my ignorance to get to the point of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I was allowing my ignorance to get to the point where I started yelling at people about pronouns. Like, what? That shit don't matter to me. Stop talking to me about it. Like, it said, no. I have to calm down and understand that just because I don't subscribe to something doesn't mean I can be angry about it. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't subscribe to something don't mean I can be angry about it. Said, what does tomorrow's ritual actually do? It's actually gonna double as a road opener / manifestation live because it's a portal day. So first we're gonna talk about the portal. We're gonna talk about how to clean the portal, and then we're gonna manifest through the portal. Tomorrow, bring your unlimited nature. But yeah, I had to learn, and I'm glad that I had people around me who were gentle enough to know that I was ignorant to it. You know what I'm saying? I seen it everywhere. Everybody got their pronouns, but me, I was ignorant to it. 3 o'clock p.m. CST, Central Standard Time, 3 o'clock p.m. Google what time it would be where you are. If it's 3 o'clock CST, it's what time in XXX. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I had to really learn about pronouns. Like I understood that people were going because they want to have an identity. And I understood that and I respect that. So whatever your pronouns are, I honor that. Say you come from a place with no pronouns for real though. You couldn't even really describe what I am. So yeah, just call me God King. Just King of the Gods. Heavy mantra. Just call me. I don't know. Respectfully, with as old as I really am, with as many lifetimes as I live, with as high as I am, with as omnipresent as I am dimensionally, I would be a they, them. I would be a they, them, to be honest. If I could identify it all, I would be a they, them. I have both bodies. I've seen myself in other dimensions as a woman, doing work as a woman. I'm like, I really got titties. This is crazy. Like, are these titties? These are titties. That's what they call them, titties. These are breastises. Oh, God. Oh. Hey, for those of you who understand what I'm talking about, it happened to you too. You went to, if you're a woman in here right now, or you identify as a he, her, you went to another dimension and you had something swinging between your legs. I'm talking swinging. And you was like, what is this? What is this? You came back to your body like, what the hell? What is even going on here? This is real stuff. Like, this is real stuff. This is real. A lot of us have experience. You just didn't know how to take it. You know what I'm saying? When you came back, you was like, what the hell? Yeah, I've had a vajayjay before. I don't know what the hype is about. Like, I was like, I don't think I like this. I don't think I like this. I've had a penis for a long time. I don't think I like this. This is not where I'm trying to go with this. This is not the direction I'm headed in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you was out there packing. You was out there swanging. Hey, eyes closed, just swanging. Bruh, sound like having a kitty. Which one you got? That was two different types of cats. Throwing it too. I'm telling you, burn mine for sure. Not for real. I had to reach deep down in my pants. Like, hey, I hope I didn't switch bodies. That'd be crazy. Can you imagine if you woke up the opposite? Catch you later. I see you tomorrow for the portal ritual. You don't want to miss it. That mantra go crazy too. That incantation go crazy too. I'm gonna stop calling them mantras. I'm gonna call them what they are. They're spells. They're incantations. That incantation go hard. Like, I use it already. So tomorrow I'm gonna teach you how to use it. Tomorrow I'm gonna teach you how to use it, and it's so empowering. Y'all wait. Said if that happened, I'd be swinging it. If it happened to me, I'd probably go outside naked. They'd be like, put some clothes on. Like, I'm so shocked you're out here like that. We shocked together. I mean, I had man boobs. Now I got real boobs. I can't even. You see it. That's going to be the line right there. You see it. You see it. For real, bro. I'm running out in the middle of traffic. Y'all know I gotta make y'all laugh. So that's the day you going to jail. Aha. But I'd be in a women's prison. You know what I mean? I think I'd be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I would transform if I woke up a woman. I don't think I would transform into the model type. I'd still be this big. I think I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll be okay. I'm just cracking jokes, y'all. I hope ain't nobody offended. I hope nobody's offended. I'm just cracking jokes. No offense to anybody. I know people take offense to stuff easy. I know you see it. Yeah. You see it. Stop playing. Sorry, I just gotta make y'all laugh, man. Y'all gotta laugh more. If you're not laughing, you ain't doing something right. Said, pretty sure you finessed them all in jail. You already know. Can you tell us more travel stories? Maybe tomorrow, because we're talking about portals. So those are things we traveled through, or I traveled through. So I'll tell y'all more stories tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's 11/11, bro. It's the portal ritual, and we gonna go crazy tomorrow. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna open them roads. We're gonna unblock them manifestations. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna dig deep. Tomorrow is going to be fun. Yep, 3 p.m. CST. Said, dude, you're glowing. I know, and it don't make no sense to me. I'm sitting here like, first I thought it was the light, because the light, you know, it's pretty bright, but no, it's me. But yeah, if you've already sent your donations for this ritual over to the Cash App, I thank you so much. For everybody in here who participated, I thank you so much. For everyone who liked, you know, double tap the screen for me, we made 209,000 likes tonight. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I thank each and every one of you. To my moderators, I'm always grateful for you, because I would have to repeat myself 1,000 times if it wasn't for you. Like, I love y'all so much. I'm looking forward to the rest of these 52 days of ritual. This is just so different, I know, but I got to keep going hard. This is the next level to me. And after this 52 days, I'm going to be on the new level, which means I want to take y'all to that new level with me. So if you participate, especially in all of the 52 days, I promise you, you're going to be a different type of spiritualist when I'm done. Said 2K likes from my ouch. Like, I know y'all tapping. Please massage y'all thumbs. Please please just at least fill up a bowl with some hot water and just rest your hands in there for 30 seconds? Y'all went hard on the likes, like really hard, like really hard. So remember, we're all here because of you. You're doing the work, and I'm grateful for it. You get me? Like, I'm grateful for it because there was a time when nobody supported anything I was doing. And I love that. I love that y'all came in here and support. And I can't wait. When we get to, because I'm searching, I don't know who I'm going to pick yet. But when we get to the day where we do the health ritual, that's going to be big. And I'm not big on being human. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really teach y'all too much about health. I just know the correlation between physical health problems and spiritual health issues, or spiritual issues and physical health problems. So I'm probably going to collaborate with an herbalist on that day because I want to bring them in, or maybe somebody who does hoodoo because they're automatically some type of herbalist. I want to collaborate with them and bring them in, and then I'll split half the donations with them on that day. You know what I'm saying? I also want to help other creators grow that's really doing their thing. Like, I don't see why not. I plan on using my platform to not only supply me with the greatest life, but to help supply everybody else too. Like that, I don't know when I'm gonna do the health ritual, because that's gonna be big. Because I'm gonna talk about health the way I see it. I'm gonna talk about health the way I see it. I'm gonna talk about the way I don't believe in disease and none of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna talk about how the spirit has always been stronger than the body because the spirit came first, which means it's the one in control. So we're gonna talk about it like that. But then maybe look into Afro spiritual. Let me take a screenshot of that before it goes away. Hold on now. Scrolling too fast. I'm gonna look into him. I'm gonna see what's up. I already got some herbalists on my page though. Like, I already got some herbalists on my page that they already want to collab. I'm just trying to put some stuff together to help the people out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put something together to help the people out the best way I can because I'm going 52 days. This is only day 5. And I can imagine thousands of people sitting in here and the day, thousands of people watching, tens of thousands of people watching. I know who Mama Sunfire is. She's not going to come on. She's not going to do it. She's done teaching hoodoo. She's tired and I respect it. But just imagine 10,000 people watching. Like, that's the day I bring a guest in. And I actually send them a blessing. You know how quickly people want to give up on their goals and their dreams because nobody wants to support it and nobody wants to give them the opportunity, when it presents itself. That's why I told everybody that wanted to collab, just wait. Like, let me rebuild my platform the way I need to rebuild it so that when I bring a guest in, it also brings traffic to their business because I'm a businessman. I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let nobody come in here for free just to get some views. Like, nah, I want them to get some money, some that fetty, that gouda, that guap. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be able to come in here and actually make a profit. And and people actually go shop with their business and get their questions answered. We only got to be live for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I want to do that. Like, I want to, that's just me. That's just me. Like, that's the way I want to bring people up. Because I see a lot of collaborations online. They don't go nowhere because don't nobody got no traffic. I'm creating traffic by doing these rituals every day. I don't know who Dr. Sebi is. Let me be correct about something. Just because I said I'm not good with health don't mean I don't know about it. I'm going to Sprouts tonight to get herbs. I'm just not a pro at it. So I don't feel like I should give anybody advice about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know who Dr. Sebi is. Come on now. I know who Dr. Layla Africa is. I know the herbalist. Like, I know the herbs, magic properties. You know what I'm saying? But physical properties, not so well. I just don't want to be the one in here trying to give out advice. You want to take this herb, this amount, some hot tea. You want to take a bath with this, like, somebody be screwed up somewhere. Like, that's going to be on my head. That's going to be my fault. Sprouts is opening by me tomorrow. You better be one of the first people in there. Said King, yesterday's ritual showed an account that was taking from my account illegally. Now they paying. That's what's up. That's what's, you make them pay. Tell them to cough it up. Tell them to cough it up. Stop playing with you. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm proud of you on that. But yeah, if everybody's done sending their donations, what is Sprouts? It's another healthy store. They got everything in there. They got the supplements. They got the herbs. Well, not all the herbs, but they got some prominent herbs. They got the burdock root in there. They got the dandelion root in there. Like they got the chlorophyll in there. They got the ashwagandha in there. They got all the food is organic all the fruits and veggies are organic for the most part. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a better version of Whole Foods, just way smaller. If you don't have a Sprouts where you at, next time you travel, see if they got one. You just got to go check it out. It even smells good in the store. You understand? I can't wait to go. Yeah, Sprouts is where it's at. Said they accept food stamps. I'd imagine. What kind of grocery store don't take food stamps? Like, are they crazy? They don't want to make no money. That's all I'm saying. They don't want to make no money. Yep, you can definitely buy dried herbs. Sprouts has them. So I'm about to go in there and go crazy. As soon as I get off this live, I'm gonna be headed there. My neighbor gonna take me. He excited. He trying to get his health in order, so I'm gonna help him with what I know thus far. 500 pounds to 365. I think I know a little something. I think I know a smidget. And stop trying to buy food stamps in here. That is illegal. You're not finna get me in trouble. You're not going to get me in trouble. But I love y'all so much. Let's do this dismissal prayer of protection. And we're going to go ahead and dismiss. Y'all get on my nerves. Stop trying to, don't do that. But everybody close your eyes. My God. I can't believe I just saw that. That took me back. Those memories right there. Who got the food stamps for sale? Anyway, everybody close your eyes. Protection. I declare protection against all entities who are against my perfection. Any hiding within, you are now ejected. Any energy in the wrong, you are now corrected. Protection. I declare protection. I call upon the powers of my heavenly sections. I declare myself cloaked to be unseen by the unseen. I declare myself safe from the unclean. I declare a shield around me that can't be penetrated by anything. Protection. I declare protection. Anything that tries to penetrate it gets instant rejection. I declare it reflected back to its source, a quadruple dose of its infection. Protection. I declare protection. And it is so because of my I am presence. Ashe. Amen. Amun. Amin. So mote it be. In the name of Jesus. Yeah. Oh yeah, catch these pictures real quick. Get these screenshots real quick. I'm documenting the journey. Get these numbers in this smile real quick. Strike a pose. Portal gang. Hey, keep going. Don't stop. Stupid face. Boy, it don't make no damn sense. Got it. Don't make no damn sense sometimes. Don't pay no attention to me. I'm about as goofy as they come, I promise you. But I love y'all so much. And even if you missed out on this, you can still participate. It will be posted on my Instagram in like 5 minutes. So don't trip. My Instagram is Wild Wealthy Shaman. Wild Wealthy Shaman. Wild Wealthy Shaman. 222,000 likes. Somebody screenshot that too. Send that to me. I'm gonna put my finger up there. What the fuck? What the hell? Excuse me. Yeah, and then we'll put the number over there too. I'm documenting the journey. That's why. I'm documenting the journey. All right, y'all. Peace.